Do you have the
I don't have the ding ding, but like
Oh, we don't have.
Welcome
we,
everyone.
we can just go. Not like here's
Hi,
the first
everyone.
secret. Here's the first secret that you all have to know. We don't have the ding ding sound in our computers because it's actually us. Every single episode, when you hear the ding ding, it's like ding ding. It's
No.
actually us doing it. So that's the first secret.
No, the secret is we just steal it from the app because it's free for use. The ding ding sound from the Keeper. So if you ever use the Keeper and you miss it, that's it. Hi everyone. Is everyone able to chat?
Woo!
Probably. I don't know. Hopefully. Yes, let's
Hello.
go. Hi. Welcome.
OMG, it's Ling.
Hello. Oh, Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Jay, you're so hot
Jay
now.
is
Yeah.
very hot. So
Hey.
Jay, sayaw naman. Go.
this is the serve. Anyway, okay. Who's going to record?
I'm recording already.
You're recording already.
Yeah, kanina pa.
Okay.
All right.
Even the embarrassing parts,
Yeah,
like
even
before
the-
they got in,
yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah, even the embarrassing parts. All right. So, welcome to another episode of Debatable with your hosts.
Charlie.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Last.
Wait.
But then it's not being streamed live.
Sorry, guys. All right, let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Debatable with your hosts.
Charlie.
I am Jay.
Jill.
Nico.
Thea.
I'm Nina.
And I'm Kyle. And for this last episode of Debatable, we're so happy to have so many people in the waiting room and also so many people in the Zoom room because we really wanted this last episode to be a celebration of Debatable. And we've always said that Debatable is never really just about Nina and Kyle. It's also about the community that we were able to build over these past few years. So we're very, very, very happy that we get to share this last episode and this live recording with you all. So claps for everyone in this Zoom room. And
Yeah, it's so late
Yeah.
at night. Thank you for joining us. It's gonna be an emotional night. We're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna talk about different things. We'll just see how the evening goes. I'm just happy to be surrounded by the team. One last time, we're all wearing our special merch, and we might give away some during the program. So we hope you can stay tuned because we have quite a lot to give away. As you can see, Thea is now a live seller with all the merch behind them. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're gonna start with a quiz game.
It's
It's not ready yet. Okay, so we're going to start with a game of Jackbox. So if you don't know what Jackbox is, it's super fun. It's basically you use your phones to play this game with us, and we're going to have a debate-related game, I guess. Not really debate, but you vote on it. So I guess
Yes.
it's kind of debate in that sense.
so you have to think about like the goal here is the people who are playing will have to make decisions that are very controversial. It will split the room. It becomes very debatable, so to speak. And people will vote on which option that they would choose. So let me just boot up Jackbox right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the thing is in the way.
Oh. Wala, hindi siya kita.
No, kita siya eh.
I mean, I can't remove it. So, okay, let's start then.
No, move it somewhere else.
Okay. Okay. Let's check the setting.
Family friendly.
Let's have extended timer. 7, right? Here.
Room code hai. Why? Because we don't want other people going before us.
Oh, okay.
Are people able to see it?
Yes.
Like, I don't know because we can't see the chat.
All right, can people in the chat say if you can see the screen? Yep,
Yes,
you can.
they can.
Yes, for the ones playing. The rest will join as a audience member soon.
Psst, join
We
the
have to
party.
unhide first, real quick.
Okay, let's go.
Join
Okay, so
us.
who is Aserd?
Who's Aserd? Oh no!
No.
There was supposed to be someone. It's okay.
There's room
It's
for
okay.
more.
It's okay.
I told you to unhide and hide it again.
I did.
No, you didn't hide it.
I didn't hide
No,
it.
not at all.
I thought it was just like hold, and when you release it, it'll hide
Nope.
again. So what do we do now?
Wala, we play.
Join
Okay,
us.
everyone can keep joining because like there is audience participation in this game. So for everyone else, like go to your phone and then open the phone browser and type in jackbox.tv. And then
Join
in
us.
jackbox.tv, like
Yeah, you can start playing because the audience will still keep going.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished. In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario.
Throat's dry.
Choose wisely though, because everybody else will then answer yes or no. And you will earn more points if you split the room. Fitting name, huh? For those of you in the audience, you'll be competing as one player. Your answers will be determined by a majority vote. Yes, even in a nebulous void, democracy is important.
So go vote.
At the end of the game, the person who creates the most divisive dimensions will win. Got it? Good. Now let's begin. Consider this. Would you rather live in a world where nobody asked would you rather questions? Or would you rather split the
That
room?
was a cute intro.
Yeah, that was
Fill in the blank to complete the scenario.
good. Okay, so what's happening now is all of us are given scenarios that we have to complete. And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna vote on whether you would still do those things or not. Okay, I have my answers. I'm excited for mine. Oh, there's only one question. I thought it was
Yeah,
multiple. Okay.
it's one question per round, I think.
Okay. So those in the audience, you can go to Jackbox TV and then enter the code in the bottom, and then you should be able to join the audience and vote. Yeah, so we have 23 people. Amazing. That's horrifying.
The claymation one?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually really like it. I really think it's a. We're still waiting on answers from those two, from that one player.
ASRG.
Okay,
Okay. Let's go. Okay, Kyle, you read it.
I also think that
And
it's a
now,
pass.
Binge Pipe
I think the
presents
wolf. Or
Reunited
yeah,
and
it's
It
a cactus,
Feels
it's called.
Okay. You
Wolves
can
have
take a pill
claws.
that will
Oh,
make
that's
you
true.
insanely attractive. Oh, I don't need a pill. But it will also make your voice sound like this.
Cats roar
You're
also.
about to leave for your 20-year high school reunion. Do you take one?
Savoy! I feel like that's useful for a high school reunion. Like you wanna, I don't know, but it's not gonna energize anyone.
You're very attractive, but you sound like Sabay! My God!
Sige, may vote na ako. Audience votes, come on, come on. Ooh, lots of audience votes. I wonder how, I've never had an audience in this game. So
Yeah, I've never had friends to play this.
I don't know, what are friends? Support, support! Wow!
I think most of us go like, well, it's just the voice.
The longer it takes the room to answer, the more bonus
Okay.
points you get.
Yeah, that's a
It's
nice
time
freedom.
for
At least I'm attractive
checking
now.
in. A luxury hotel chain gives you a strange offer. You can get a 75% discount at any one of their locations, but your room will always be next door to someone who is doing
Oh
this.
God.
Do you
Dear
sign
God.
up for it?
I mean, at least it's just debating on loudspeaker.
I mean, what could be worse than that?
No, I mean like,
Okay, there's a lot of things that can be worse than that, but like, what if you're in a meeting, you're debating also, what if kalaban mo pala siya?
yeah, but it's 75% of a discount. I think you can use the savings like sound.
That's true.
Exactly. Someone said luxury hotel chains have good soundproofing.
Yeah, but it makes you question, like, if their soundproofing really was that good, would they have given you that warning in the first place?
I think it's like the universe is giving you this debater. It's not something that you choose. So far, everyone is like, yeah, let's take it. It's not that great off.
Well, most of them. There are like 2 people of them.
And now, like and or subscribe.
That's what we would say if we're still continuing the podcast.
Overnight, you become the world's biggest internet celebrity. You have enough money to
Okay.
buy your dream house.
Mhm.
How did you get here? You recorded yourself doing this. Is the fame worth it?
What? Getting beat up by a child. What is this, Milo Olympics?
Well, at least it's not beating up a child.
Like, it could
Like,
be worse.
we're not bong bong here.
Yeah. Milo Olympics, you know? I mean, I do have a video of myself getting beat up as a child. But I was a child as well, right? So does that count? Like, if I become famous because I got beat up in a gym training for taekwondo?
My reasoning here is like, if I get beat up by a child, no, I think I clicked wrong.
We're waiting for Ooh. Who's Ooh? Why aren't you answering? Oh my god, play!
Brace yourself for diagnosis: acute rudeness. A smart monocle reveals people's vital stats. You have the only one. A man cuts in front of you at the grocery store and ignores you when you object. Your monocle reveals he has this. Do you tell him?
I just imagine like someone is being extraordinarily mean to me, and it's like, you got diabetes, and now you're just like, you got diabetes. You have like a monocle going like, you have diabetes.
I would do it just because it's funny. Like, you have diabetes.
Like out of spite.
Yeah.
Like this person didn't really do anything bad. They're just like, hey, you got diabetes. I'm so sorry, except I'm not.
That'd be funnier if he like cut in front of you because he had like a jar of candy or something.
He cuts in front of you. He cuts in front of you. Hey, why'd you do that? You diabetic?
Oh, 69. Nice. I feel like I'm in a debate now with the 6-1
6-1 split.
The win goes to Gov.
Up next is an actor's strife.
Borogov waited.
You are a struggling actor who gets offered a big role in a wildly successful film franchise. But in the biggest scene of the film, you will be required to do this. Multiple
I like
times.
that. Multiple
do you
times.
do it?
I like that there was like a dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I mean, you could always just wash your mouth after.
I think here's the thing, right? There are some stinks that are harder to clean out than others. Like earlier, I ate a whole ass raw onion
Okay.
because I was eating like some Indian food and there was like raw onions in there, and I love onions, but like they were raw. So like I was
Eating the.
eating the onion. It was very hard to get off.
I mean, you could just wash your mouth multiple times. Is there anything you can eat to neutralize?
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of matter on that point.
This scenario is called Congratulations.
It's spelled wrong. What is it?
The kid you've been tutoring for the last 3 years is graduating college with honors. Teary-eyed, she asks you to attend the ceremony. Unfortunately, whenever you hear an air horn, you involuntarily do this.
Oh no.
Do you show up?
I mean, is it a debate ceremony? Even if it's kind of weird. Like the goal is to make like debate. Like, should we challenge ourselves the next game, like to make it debate related?
I think we can.
Sabay, sabay! Sabay!
Can we eventually upload this? Like, can we eventually upload this? Do you think that people can see the chat? Or will people just see us, like, randomly going, sabay, sabay?
Here's one I like
Because
to
he
call
can't
No,
see the
they
chat.
can't. They can't.
Banned
see the
but
chat.
not forgotten.
Chat.
The government has just outlawed this. A friend introduces you to the black market. Do you risk significant jail time in order to get one?
Like, do you think we should make this like an exclusive mixtape? Like, we have like hidden mixtapes and we spread them around debate convening rooms. Like some lost artifacts. Lost artifacts, you know?
Everyone who says no get kicked off the call. The two of us are like, no, no, stop that. Like, we're tired.
And we have a bunch
Get
of
ready
lost
for-
episodes.
Scream therapy.
Yeah, we have a bunch of lost episodes.
We have a bunch of recordings.
You just totally face planted at your high school graduation. If you stand up, slap your own face, and scream this, there is a 90% chance everyone's memory of it will be erased. Do you slap away?
So, if you slap your own face and you scream that phrase,
People will forget you face planted.
but people will not forget that you said debatable should have
I don't know. I feel like this question is vague.
I object to this question. I object to this science questioning, Your Honor.
I think you only forget the face planting. You know?
Yeah, I think like that's the spirit of the question. Spirit of the motion.
Oh!
What's the burden? What's the burden? I think like the better way to make this question work is if it was a more controversial thing to scream. Right? Like Hitler did nothing wrong.
They don't, maybe
Oh,
they-
I said this. It's regarding.
You know, one day they're gonna make like a how should be cancelled.
Here's where everybody stacks up at the moment.
Oh wow, pretty even. Okay.
We've reached the decisive dimension. Everybody will be
This is
presented
the
with a new
opposite of the
type of
debatable.
scenario. There will be 2 options to choose from. Door number 1 is already provided. You will decide what's behind door number 2. Remember, you want to make it as hard of a choice as possible. Oh, and if you correctly predict a certain player's decision, you'll earn some bonus points. Let's begin.
Pretty sure that guy's a cat.
Write
Or
an
the
option
whiskers.
that you think only some people would choose.
Okay.
Not all cats have whiskers. The ugly ones do.
why does the cat give research teacher vibes? I think it's because it's based off of what was it?
Twilight Zone. I
Yeah, it's
think.
based off the Twilight Zone. It's the eye bags for me. Yeah, true.
Don't spoil. Someone was saying that this cat reminds them of Robert Pattinson's Batman. Don't spoil it because I've never.
I haven't seen it either. We should
Like
watch it.
I don't even know what the new Batman voice is. If it's still like I'm Batman. Like I don't know.
Were you team Edward or team Jacob? Or team I don't give an F?
I was on team.
Hurry up.
I was on
Time's
team
running
Edward
out.
because I'm really fascinated with that character. We have
Your
the
movie studio has run out of
collector's
bankable
edition
superheroes
of
and you need
Twilight.
a
Yeah,
hit.
true.
You can either make a movie about Captain Big Hands or this new superhero. Which new superhero movie do you fund?
Captain Big Hand.
Isn't that just like every movie about Tony G? Like, ano yung bago yung movie about the
May kapatid, like their sister.
Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Yeah, Exorcist.
Did anyone watch that movie? Like, did anyone in the chat watch that
Oh,
movie?
the room is
And the
split.
thing is, they'd probably both make millions.
Oh man, that's sad. That makes me sad.
No bonus points for you.
Oh, that's no bonus points for me.
Yeah.
Aww. Funny.
Probably a market.
Unfortunately, I'm part of that market.
Carlisle is more Shevel than Dick Milk vibes. That's true. I agree.
What's a shovel? Ooh, it's a perfect fit.
You really want
Wow.
to find a movie with
No,
What?
it's like the whole BBM to diploma thing. It's because it's a fiction, okay? It's something that it's very difficult to believe because it means that it tries hard at something.
No, but the thing is, it's gonna be a hit,
Well played.
and you're gonna spread this. People are gonna believe it.
That's why I think
Now for something
everyone
different.
voted for Big Ant instead.
After beating the high score in a magical arcade game, you receive a special video game ability that works in the real world. You can either get an extra life or this. Which real-world video game ability do you choose?
Only mana.
We don't have. I mean, I guess magic exists.
There's no magic here, Rocco!
Like, okay, an extra life for me only really works if you plan on living really long.
I was going to say that an extra life is good if life was worth living. But like it's kind of difficult to say like whether life 20 years from now would be worth living considering trends.
I mean, I feel like quitting the bait gives you extra life.
I was gonna make like a joke like that. Like if you win the world and like you trade hard, that's like you spent majority of your life on it already.
I think we're on the same page here, you know? Oh, yeah. Like, I want a kick-ass sword.
Okay, but like it depends on the bounds of the exactly what's that like? Is it cursed? Is it cursed, right?
Maybe it's like a lightsaber. Maybe it has the force.
Maybe it's magic in a sense that you
Moving
get
on.
diabetes.
You're forced to model for a calendar. You can either be featured in 12 months of cargo shorts
I've seen
or
every day.
this. Which calendar do you pose for?
I was just that. 12 months of being like, what is that like? Like prepping, and then the next month is Prime Minister.
What calendar do you pose for? It's just like You writing stuff. You typing stuff.
Yeah,
You reading stuff.
yeah, like the nerdiest. Yeah, only because I don't like cargo shorts.
I almost completely have cargo shorts.
So why not go for it? Okay. Music's good. Proof. 1 month iniyakan ko IR.
What,
Yes.
do we have a bunch of dads playing?
Why did you think anyone would prove that?
Kasi 2 months lang siya. 2 months.
No,
You
it's
get paid the same.
no to post.
You post for 2
It all
months.
comes down to this.
But the photo lives forever.
Ah, man. Okay. Competitive ako sa game na to eh. So I'm just like, darn it. Darn it.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I don't like running now.
Why does it? Those are opposable thumbs.
Oh, if it's showing as behind the scenes, that's so cute. That's true. It looks like if Tom and Jerry got rebooted.
Why does the cat look like it's from Augie and the Cockroaches? Meow, 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 meow. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you play another one or do you move on to the next part?
Okay, the next part's just chill, actually.
Which
I
is,
think the quiz is ready. I think they have the quiz ready.
Yeah, but we're doing like the episode proper now, where we talk about serious things for a bit. I don't want this to be heavy. That's the thing, you know.
yeah, so in our notes, like we don't actually have we don't have an outline of what exactly we're gonna talk about. We just have the title and that's it.
And I want all of you to participate in the chat, and I want the team to also participate here because it's everyone's episode. Basically, it's an episode about the cost of debating because I've been here, 9-10 years?
I've been here since 2010, so this would be my 12th year
Oh yeah.
of debating.
Yeah, and I entered debating like a bit later than Kyle did. Like we didn't see each other in high school at all.
Yeah, but there was one photo.
Yeah, there was a
one
photo.
photo where like it was Nina and then I was in the background like eating stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
that's the only photo I had with Kyle in high school, and we didn't know each other until college. I mean, by that logic, Nico, everyone you have a photo with in the background is meant to be with you. Nico
You
said,
never
yeah.
know. I should start looking at my photos now.
Mm. Yeah, so today's episode is about the cost of debating. Because I am someone who's given a lot of my life for it. I think I still continue to give a lot of my life for it. I work for a debate company and we teach people how to debate. I think this is really my passion. But passion can only go so far. And I've learned that in the past 3 years. I wish it could be longer. I'll say it now though. I don't want debatable to really just end here. Like it might make a comeback. We might return. It's just we gotta get our lives together first because it's very difficult. Like Kyle's in the final year of law school. He's gonna take the bar soon.
yeah.
I'm entering the workforce and like things are not stabilizing yet for me. So for me, that's the reason why debatable has to be put on hold. And a lot of people have been asking us like, why can't you extend? It's just like sadly, if I had more resources and more time, I'd be able to do it. And I'm sure Kyle thinks the same way.
Yeah.
But we just sadly don't. And for us, that's the debatable side of things. But I also feel like in terms of debate itself, like I don't regret it. I will still debate. You will still see me around maybe. I hope I owe a bunch of people some team up, so you will still see me. And I'm still getting, what? I got a lot of AdCore invites when we announced that we were ending debatable. Like suddenly everyone wants to get me as AdCore. But yeah, like I don't know if I can like shell out as much as I used to for debate. And I'm sure the chat understands this, right? especially if you were there for face-to-face tournaments, like the transpo cost, the reg fee, the food you had to eat. I had to buy food for Kyle. Nilaglag kita.
No, you bought food for yourself
Mhm.
and then you let me have most of it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then if you're going somewhere, it's like flights, and then don't forget the mandatory alcohol if you're in college.
But no to underage drinking. We want to emphasize that this is not legal advice, but don't do it. Don't do it. Like contracts entered into with minors or between minors are generally not enforceable. But I mean, I'm not a lawyer, not a lawyer. But that's it. As for like the specific costs, Nina has already talked about like the cost of us continuing the podcast at this time. It's like a lot of opportunity costs, but I think we can go back even further and talk about like beyond like financial costs. What does it take for you to get to where you are? So this is where I kind of want to talk to the rest of the team here. Um, Charlie's not here, so we can't start alphabetically like usual. I think we can go to Jay first. Like, I know that Jay has already retired, but before you retired, could you tell us a bit about um all the things that you had to do to get to where you were at that point of your debate career?
Yeah. First, initially for me, it's the financial costs. So, uh, I tried to as much be able to join national tournaments. So when I was high school, that's PSDC. More than just being able to suffer the costs of going to a bus, having Grab, for instance, and just being able to go every weekend to trainings for like 2 months straight. That's a lot of money, specifically because I'm further away from my school than most people would. So it's being able to have fuel, gas, being able to have lunch money, which I often did not have. And sometimes I had to work for because sometimes I didn't. More than that, it got even more intense after I tried out for the world's team, which I got in development. It necessitated me to take flights a lot, going to the weekend, and mentally, emotionally, and even academically, it was challenging because every Friday, if there was no plane, I had to take a bus going to Manila. So my class ends at 5. And after that, I have 2 hours to shower, to get my stuff, bring my laptop, brush up on the things that Jesus Falls gave me. Shout out to Jesus Falls, one of the best coaches in the Philippine circuit. And then I have to go in the morning to Quezon City from Naga City in Bicol. So a lot of that had to happen with like 2 months. And as much as I hated it when the pandemic came, because everything transitioned to mixed idea, I didn't get to travel a lot. I was able to manage a lot of my schoolwork a little bit more. Emotionally, it felt more bearable. But as further the pandemic goes, there's a lot of costs to debating when you enter a tournament where you don't necessarily get to see and interact with individuals. It's for people who haven't debated face to face, it's a different type of catharsis where you don't just disconnect out of the Discord channel immediately after a round. It's being able to wait in the outside a classroom, be able to interact with individuals, be able to ask your idols for personal comments. That's what I did to Nina. And fast forward 2018, Kyle didn't give me personal comments after that UPDS par in 2017, but it's all okay because you get to see these individuals, get to meet people that you can be friends with as well. So as much as there was a lot of as much as there was a lot of perks, like being able to benefit from lower costs of debating, the trade-off was the quantity of debate tournaments happening every weekend just increased. So it's like every 3 months in normal debating world pre-pandemic, you just have one tournament that you'd have to pay 4,000 pesos for or 5,000 pesos. But now it's every weekend that you have to pay like 500 to 1,000. So in 1 month, that's gonna cost you the cost of one tournament that you're preparing for in 5 months or 3 months. So I feel like debating has been extremely expensive. For me, emotionally, mentally, and to an extent academically as well. Yeah, I'd like to like get insights from like Jill, Nico, and Tess.
Yeah, Jill. So you are currently trying to balance like academics and debating as well. And most recently, congratulations, by the way, you're the best speaker, overall best speaker of Debatable Open. And honestly, like when I saw that, I was
We were
like,
like, yes.
I was actually talking to you when I found out. I was talking to you when I found out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Nina, come here." But then I was pretending like, "Oh no, don't worry. It's like some other thing that deserves our attention right now. It's
Not about
definitely
you.
not about you. Like, don't worry about it." So, Jill, as someone who has to like balance these two things, the debate life and the rest, the rest of your life. So, like, we assume equal weight.
Yeah.
How is that working out for you?
Um, well, that's a very, very loaded question in the sense that um I- I'd split my answer in the same way that Jay did because it depends if it's face-to-face debating or if it's online debating. In face-to-face debating, at least back in high school, it was it was manageable in the sense that while the difference between me and Jay rather is that unlike Jay, I didn't have to pay much in terms of transporting fees because I did live by near AGMU and UPD, and I still do live by near there now. So I can literally just walk there, or I can just take a jeep and then walk to the campuses. So you know, therefore lessening transportation costs. But it is physically taxing in the sense that right after a debate tournament, I have to go back to school, and then I'd have to wake up at like 4 in the morning because my school is unfortunately much farther than where I live now. So there were those things to consider. But secondly, I was also very active in organizations, so org work. So it's not just academics. Back when it was face to face, I felt like I managed my time much easier in the sense that okay, if I'm commuting or if I'm going somewhere, I can do my debate homework. I can do all my org work. I kept on top of everything. But when the pandemic hit, in terms of like debating and how everything just mushed together, it was at the point in my life where I could only do one thing at the time. Like I couldn't just study and debate anymore, or I couldn't just debate and art. I had to sacrifice one over the other. That's the reason why if ever you followed my Twitter account in which I used to post a lot of art, nowadays in the pandemic, I barely post at all, not just because I'm in college now, but literally because I'd rather prioritize doing self-care things, whether that's being in debate training, which I'm not necessarily sure is really a self-care regimen, but no, it's not a self-care regimen. But like yeah, debate training, or I'm probably doing homework, reading different stuff for school. I think relating that all to debate now, at least this pandemic has made me realize that I've been forced to prioritize like what time, how much time I want to put into things, which is why now I deprioritize making art for myself or even reading or doing the things I like doing, just because I wanted to debate on a weekend, or I wanted to train every night just to prepare for a particular major, whether that's in judging or in debating. So I think it's not so beyond like the costs, monetary costs. I think debating has also lessened my time even for myself. It's lessened time for myself. It's lessened time for me to pursue any other types of passions. Albeit though, like I've ended up merging some of my passions with debate in the sense with graphic design and me doing pubs for debatable. So yeah, that's that's it on my end.
You know, I was thinking while you were speaking, Jill, like, Kyle, did you ever think about how much you've spent in total for debate?
No, because if I do that, I will get very sad.
Like,
It
yeah.
has to be something that you don't think about. Because if you do, you go like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm like thinking like could I buy a car by now with all the money I've spent in debate? Like, right? Like with the flights and the hotels. Well, most of the time, like it comes in a package before, like face-to-face tournaments, right? You buy the reg fee comes with the hotel room and stuff. But not the flight. So you had to buy that. The food.
Yeah, because like they give you set packaged meals, and then usually
You don't like it, so you buy food.
you have to go outside. Like you have to go outside, and, like eat the culture there. It's pretty cool before, but it does get a bit
Yeah,
expensive.
I think we should do that. Like if we join a tournament, like and it's stationed in another country, even if it's online, like we should make it a point. Like we order food from that from that culture. Like yeah.
Here's the thing though, like most of the food places that you like, if you check right now, your Food Panda or your Grab Food, and like you just scroll, most of it is like milk tea, coffee, and freaking chicken. Like those three things. And you go like, yeah, but where's the? Oh, sometimes there's Japanese food, and that's it. Those four things. And it's like, the other day I was like, I kind of want like some Vietnamese food
Or
Second-
curry.
So I was like, curry. And then it just goes like,
I mean, it could be a youth
Chicken,
thing because we are
chicken.
currently in Cavite, and like, I mean, if you're in Manila, there's like weirdly more options because of the preference of people to be in Manila as a business. But like, yeah, that's another debatable topic. And
yeah, I think like that's what you should do. Whenever there is a tournament that's like set in a different place or different country or continent, before you go debate in that tournament, you have to learn how to cook some of their food. Like I know what the relevance is, so it's just like, you want to simulate a part of that face-to-face stuff that you can't have anymore.
yeah, I guess.
Oh,
So.
also, before I move on to Miko, I just want to clarify that when Jill was talking about debate homework, that's Nina's thing. Like, I do not give debate homework.
Yeah, you forget to make debate homework. Like I had to make all the exams, all the lectures. Like you just showed up.
Hey,
And I
in
did my
fairness-
best. I did my best. Man.
In fairness,
Forward.
Kyle, okay. He may not have given us he may not have formally given us debate homework, but he's forced us to matter load on weirdly specific stuff, or at least has shared a lot of matter that made us interested and therefore made us want to matter load, even though there was no exam.
I think there was this like a whole 2 hour like delay. Like during a face-to-face tournament, there used to be a time before Tapper where there were just like very, very intense delays. Like we've gotten a lot of comments recently about tab related delays, but like I want you to imagine that is just light delays compared to what we used to have. Okay, so before you would have like 2 hour delays in between rounds, and just like, oh, it's 3 p.m. We just finished round one. So in between one of those like during one of those gaps, I ended up talking to Jill and the rest of SPCP. I was talking to them about like, well, my position is that God doesn't exist, but also God does not exist. And it was just like a whole 2 hours of me talking about like what is the commonality between something existing and not existing, and saying that God is neither of those.
I mean,
things.
if you continue this now, we'd have like
Yeah,
episode
because
106.
I love this topic. I love. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta consciously tell myself to stop.
Mhm.
Okay. Someone said debating at 11 p.m. That is true.
That happened in UST, I believe. Like, I'm not sure if some of you were there.
Laglagan na.
But I mean, like, no, it wasn't the organizer's fault. It's like manual tabbing, and then we got kicked out of the buildings, and then there was a brownout. Then we had to debate in the like
the like plaza thing.
the plazas. Like yeah, AIV also. Like we were in that AIV.
That was my birthday. AIV 2019 was my birthday.
Oh, I wasn't
and
there. You were there.
everything went wrong.
Someone got chicken pox.
Someone got chicken pox, and like we were scared of an outbreak, and it started raining, and it was so hard. Like the ground floor was flooded, and like there was wind, and then it went inside the venue, and then it destroyed the speakers. So everyone had like this entire roof deck. We had to like compress into just one corner of the roof deck, and someone would have to scream, and like at some point we got kicked out of the building. It was like 10 p.m. We had to debate like on the floors. Someone went missing. Like there were kids. I'm so sorry. There were kids that went missing. They're like, where are those kids? Where are those kids? And it's like, it was like we should talk to the security of Ateneo, and then it's like it's not the organizer's fault. Like there were so many things that went wrong. Most of it was acts of God. Some of it was acts of chicken pox. I mean,
That's an act of God.
if it was like, if there's so many unfortunate things, would you still say that there's such a thing as an act of God? Like,
Wait,
is there a God?
You are tangentially going back into the
Okay,
topic.
so anyway, Miko,
sorry, that was a long tangent.
we would like to ask you about your experiences naman, because Jay was talking about the difficulty there is in traveling. But I suppose like as someone who isn't even from Luzon, right? I imagine that there are even more barriers to entry. So what we wanted to ask you in particular is what were the costs that were originally or like before the pandemic times, the costs that you would associate with debating, and whether that has decreased somewhat during or after our shift to online debating now.
Well, so before I talk about that, I just realized that every major move in my life has been like pushed forward because of debate. So I originally grew up in Iloilo, and then I met XU in a VMBC tournament, and then I was like, I want to learn from them. So I moved to Cagayan de Oro, and then I debated there for a few years, and then now I'm in Manila because of work and life purposes, which is also because of debate. So like very interestingly, my life has changed intensely, and also probably the costs of moving around. But to answer the question, it's very different when you're from Visayas or Mindanao. So when I was in Visayas, when I started out debating, the only tournaments I knew of and the only debaters I knew of were the people training me and the tournaments that were being hosted by the schools there. So at that time, it was this tournament hosted by the mayor's office, which was the like Sangguniang Kabataan or something debate. And then it was Iloilo Intervarsity, which I joined the first edition of, and right now I think it's like the 6th or 7th, but they haven't hosted for like 2 years. And then when I joined VMDC, which was my first regional tournament, that's when I met other debaters from other parts of the country, specifically Mindanao. So first debate is very difficult to access because the material that we have in the regional circuits are only materials that our alumni had access to in the past. So it's either debate videos of them or debate videos of like really ancient people from 2010. I remember seeing a UPDS versus Ateneo debate where Weston was still debating, and Weston was pretty young in that video. So I'm like, this is like from 2013, 2012. So somewhere around that time. And when I moved to Mindanao, it got relatively more accessible because Mindanao is larger than Visayas and it's landlocked. So tournaments that you join usually can be accessed by bus. So I would have regular like 8 to 12 hour bus trips every 2 months or so, or every 3 months. And the only tournaments really that you can join in Mindanao is MPDC, which is our regional version of like NDC. And then there are IVs that are hosted by different like institutions. So MIV is hosted by XU, Davao IV is hosted by ADU, and other Davao instis, I believe. But in order to join nationals, you have to prepare yourself not only mentally and emotionally, but also like financially. Because I remember the cost of me going to Ilocos NDC in 2018, the plane tickets round trip were around 6K. And then the reg fee was also 6K because it was stay in. And then we had to hire a van from Naiya to Lawag, which was around like 1K per person or 2K per person. And that's just the trip and that's just the tournament. So there's also the cost of like the food that you eat, like money for souvenirs if you want to buy your friends back home stuff, and just like the cost of living while being in a tournament. Um, for the like for those who have vices like me, you also have to consider that in your costing. So it's really very it's a very costly thing to experience if you're from somewhere that isn't in Luzon, because you had to pay for you had to pay an exorbitant amount just to be there. So usually you would see very rarely regional debaters in Luzon IVs, or Luzon-based intervarsities or debate opens. And that is because usually regional debate institutions save up their budget and their finances for nationals. And even then, you barely see any regional institutions represented in nationals. Like schools can only send around 2 to 3 teams if they're lucky. Like I remember what my last physical nationals, XU was able to send like 2 teams and 1 judge. And that was like relatively one of the larger contingents that we've sent. So it's really difficult because we also have our regional tournaments to attend. So there are times where we have to consider, is it worth it to save up our budget to go to this nationals? Or is it better if we focus on the regionals instead? That's why regional tournaments are also such a big deal for regional debaters, because it's one of the most like accessible and most prestigious tournaments that we can access as well. So the shift from physical to online debating, definitely, I was about to say dating, but the shift from online, from physical to online debating was definitely a welcome one, albeit the circumstances of, the pandemic and COVID, etc. But because it really did give a lot of debaters access. Like we can join. There was a point in my life where I had a tournament every weekend, and it was mentally and emotionally taxing, but it was also very fulfilling because like I would always think back to that like 14-year-old newbie debater and think that person didn't even think that they could join one tournament in a year, and now here they are joining like 6 every month. I don't double book, but there are some tournaments that are like that happen during the weekdays. I only double booked once. It wasn't for judge anyway. Anyway, so yeah, access was a very welcome thing for regional debaters, at least for my like on my part, because I was able to not only like meet different people and become friends with amazing people, like the people in the debatable team. Thea and I have only been friends for a year, but also but also the fact that I get to hone my skills in the presence of people that I look up to, which was also something that was very major in physical tournaments. Like I would like to flag 2 things that I really miss from physical tournaments. Number one is tournament crushes, because there are a lot of people. You can meet a lot of people and you see a lot of people, and a lot of people in the debate community are very attractive. And sometimes, like you use that as inspiration to fuel you. And like, oh my God, my tournament crush is like judging me, or like is my chair, which happened to me once in NDC. It was not a nice experience. I wasn't able to stand properly. My legs turned to jelly. 0/10 would not recommend. The second thing that I miss from physical, yeah, that one. The second thing that I miss from physical tournaments is asking for pictures from either your debate crushes or from people that you look up to. And this is something that I regret not doing when I was younger or when I was still debating in physical tournaments, because I only have like small, like barely any photos from people that I look up to or I like. And it's relatively easier now because like I'm actually friends with them. But like in the past, like you had to make an active effort to like make small talk and then look for common ground. The way that I met Nina was we just started talking in a tournament where she was AdScore, and then I started predicting the themes for the next motions. And then I found out recently that Nina was considering not talking to me in that tournament because I kept predicting the motions. And then afterwards, we just kept on chatting, and like we met each other semi regularly in physical tournaments. And then we're here. We're saying goodbye to a team that we've been working together in for the past few months. So it's really the beauty of online debating as well. Like it made people more connected. Like I never thought I would be friends with people from all these institutions and like know so many people, or actually like even be the PDU president, which by the way is still a space that can be filled. Like I am just the PDU president until someone is elected or nominated. Please replace me. But yeah, like for me to be PD president and know all these people, like it's a really amazing thing that I think would not have happened, at least at this scale, in physical tournaments.
I remember when I was a debate baby, the way I would use my debate idols as motivation. Like, because for me, logically, like the only way I can get a picture with them is if I get awarded, like be on the same stage. Like that was a big brain moves, I was like, yes. Charles de Belen, like photo with Charles de Belen. Carlo Antonio, yes, photo with Carlo Antonio. Like that was my motivation every tournament. Like
So you have a thing for bedans.
no man. I just
Charles,
No, I like how they-
Carlo.
okay. I was trained
Me?
by Vic Bagilan.
Oh yeah, Vic was
So
also.
my debate style is very bedan. And we're like
Yes.
sister schools, brother schools. So
Please no. That like no cut. Let's edit that out.
yeah. So yeah, that was my motivation. I'm still scared of some debaters until now. Like even if they're super nice. But as long as I got a picture with them, I'm good. And I guess that's what I miss also. Like you can't really take a photo in Zoom. Like later, let's take a group photo, everyone. Like, no, why not? We're all in the same
Two
physical
joints.
we're all in the same space. But yeah, like Miko, I'm really happy that you got to experience like a lot of things during your debate career. You're still not done with your debate career. Like like I think you're still gonna like everyone has like phase one retirement and then they come back and then there's phase two retirement. You're like in your phase one retirement. And you think you're retiring and then you're gonna have like a pet project or something.
Yeah, like
Like a
a podcast.
podcast. Yeah, and then you're gonna retire for real, and then maybe come back in a few years where you're really old and ancient, right? And then you're, I don't know, like donating now. So yeah, so that's like we're Miko. The next person we want to ask from is Thea. So Thea, you've had quite a variety of experiences in debate. So from tabbing to your judge career to your debate career and now your coaching career, right? So I kind of wanted to ask like what your experience was, especially in terms of like the cost of being able to diversify and end up becoming the tab queen.
Okay. So I guess I just want to start off this entire discussion by saying like I did not legitimately intend to tab. I have zero mathematical knowledge. I have no comprehension of basic arithmetic. Like that's the level of no comprehension I have for tabbing. And it really all just started because of NDC Ilocos and an accessibility issue I had. So I really I really don't have other vices aside from debating. So most of my money would just go to debates like weekends and stuff like saving up to go to tournaments. But in NDC Ilocos, it kind of just jived that I didn't have money. And then Weston was actually offering a free ride to Ilocos because he was driving because he had 8 monitors and he didn't want to bring them to the airport and stuff. So I was like, okay, I am a free seat. I can carry your monitors wherever you want me to go, buddy. I'll carry 8 crates of monitors and wires and stuff. So I hitched a ride with Weston, and at one point I even had to like sleep around the bags and stuff because we drove for like 12 hours. So that's how I got to meet Weston, and then that's how I got to see more or less the tabbing side of tournaments. But before that, I actually came from a regional institution as well. I came from UP Baguio, where there is like a growing circuit. But the problem at the time was like we were all just like an echo chamber. Like we were all going up against the same 10 people. And then the same 2, 3 people were winning the rounds every single time. So we would have to like ask judges or like even debaters from other circuits. And I think this is where like I got to meet Nina, and this is where I also got to encounter Bolo very heavily and like other people, like for example Stacy from UP Manila, because they would take ad score gigs in Baguio, and then we'd get to be exposed to the Imperial Manila brilliance, right? But like that was my first exposure to debating. Like I used to cry outside of rooms before I did my OA because I really hated judging. But then I moved to Manila and then I was like, there are too many debaters here. Like there are no judges here. They're all like, I want to win this debate competition. I want to be an OG or shit like that. Sorry, no bad words. But anyway, so I for my batch I took up more of a judging role so that we could fill tournament, so we could fill rooms, so we could have rounds and stuff. But then it just grew to be a thing, and I think this is where most of the things I've had to give up for debate comes in. So there was like a really big long crunch time in my life around 2018 2019 where most of the physical tournaments in Manila or the areas or any tournament in the Philippines, I would do my best to go to. So we went to Baguio, we went to Los Baños, we went to UP Manila, which feels like a different country if you travel from Quezon City sometimes. So like we went to all of these places, and a lot of my weekends were not free. Like I had every weekend booked for tournaments or training for tournaments. It even came to a point that my boyfriend at the time like told me like you have to choose between me or debate. And I chose debate, as you guys can all see here. They're my ex-boyfriend.
Woo! So you can go like, which one is like the bigger red flag?
I mean, I'm saying they're the red flag because they made me choose.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, like I can also see why I was the red flag there. Like I also lost a lot of family members during that year, and I was not able to attend a single funeral because I was either debating, I was either in a tournament, I was judging, or I was stabbing, or I was organizing tournaments. And then my family was just like, what are you doing? Where are you? And it's like I'm in debate, and they'd be like, what are you doing? So I lost the love of my family members for like a solid year, 2 years, because they were like, why did you choose the nerdiest sport in existence over the rest of your family? But I felt like at the time it was an important trade-off to take off because I was really invested in my career. So that's my first piece of advice. Like, know your limits, guys. Please do not choose debate over your family or your health, because you can't keep debating if you're dead, right? That's the short answer, right? But in all honesty, it feels like a really long road that comes full circle because I did choose debate as my career eventually, despite like some, I don't know, do you call them detours? I guess like I worked for sustainability brands, I worked for environmental brands, startups. So, but they never really stuck until I stayed inside debate. So I keep saying I'm retired, and I am functionally retired, but my career now is coaching. So I'm more invested in coaching for my students rather than tabbing tournaments anymore because I cannot keep losing weekends. In 2020, I did not have a free weekend. That entire 2020, I was tabbing tournaments, I was judging, or I was debating tournaments because that was my main source of livelihood. So I'm glad that online tournaments came about because we did like, get to access other regions and other circuits that were so powerful and like so unreachable for other circuits and institutions. Like for the longest time, we were like, oh, the strongest institutions come from a certain place or a certain country. And now we can't say that anymore because talent can come from anywhere and it can be anyone. And with the rise of even like debate materials all over the internet, like this beautiful, gorgeous podcast and other things, right? Like it's much easier to do anything now in debate because you have access to all the stuff you need. You just need to start going to competitions. And my final side note is I can't regret debating because debating is where I got my cat. They're named Burrito Pancakes Philippine Intercollegiate Debating Championship because when I organized PIDC in 2019, I picked up a cat from the street from the road in BGC. And I don't know if I've told you guys this because I don't think I was supposed to bring a cat inside the venue. So I hid it in my bag. And my bag was beside Jesus Spouses during the championship dinner. It's just like meowing. And I'm glad he didn't notice it was meowing, but I picked up a cat from the street, from the road. And they now are in my house. They have their own room. They have their grain-free cat food, and they're the queen of this house. So yes, that is the cost of debating for me.
I remember that cat. Like, why did you name it PIDC? Like, is it just because it was during PIDC? Like, do you still refer to the cat as PIDC?
No, because PIDC is traumatic, but like I call the cat Burrito instead. And like it's kind of hard to explain to people why you named the cat after a debate competition, because that was the time BGC had like a kill order for all strays. So it's like I can't let you die. I have to bring you home. So it's a miracle I didn't encounter other strays, because I would also bring them home. Like I would have like 8 cats or something in my bag. And then Miguel was just like, "What? We don't have enough bags for all of these." So yeah.
I didn't know they had a kill order. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had a kill order. Like that's kind of alarming or debatable, I guess. Like you can't. No, I mean, there is an argument for there that says like, you know, we don't care about cats. They're animals. We care about people, and people really don't like cats when they multiply. I think like that's the reason behind I think that's the reason behind the kill order, if ever. It's that
Cats multiply really
yeah,
fast.
cats multiply very fast.
Yeah.
So, but like even then, why is it a kill order? Shouldn't they just like spay or neuter the cat? So strange. Shortcuts that if you take a lot of shortcuts, you end up becoming unethical as not only as an individual but as a society.
Okay. We went from a discussion of like adopting a cat to the ethics of like spaying and neutering. Anyway, Charlie, are you back? Are you here? Charlie.
Yes. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm on a different device now.
No,
but,
it's okay.
yeah.
You want to ask about your experience with debate. Charlie.
Yes. Yes. With debating, right?
Yes, with
um,
debate.
I think like especially ever since online debating started, debating has become like probably the majority of my life. I'm not sure if that's something that people would find cool or if that's something that people would find kind of sad. But it's come to the extent where I'd go to, let's say, family dinners, and because I'm related to debaters, we would talk about debate. Or a lot of my closest friends also come from debate, and eventually, I think to an extent, I even found myself not having much time to talk to, let's say, people that I was close with and had built friendships with prior to debating. And I think like in terms of like what comes at cost in debate, that's definitely something. Uh since it does require a lot of time as well, and it does take up, I would say, what people might phrase as dedication ends up being just like a huge part of your life. But I agree to love it. um and there were definitely downsides to it. When face-to-face debating was a thing, I remember I got suspended so many times in school, like academically, because I kept failing math class because I kept going to debate tournaments. And then it came to a point where the admin was like, "We have to suspend you from debating for the next term because your grades are going down, and until you pass math, you are suspended." And I was like, "Okay." But yeah, those are just a few causes of debating. But I think like probably to the more relatable point, it does take like a lot out of you emotionally. um I think when you have a lot of dreams in debate, obviously it makes your day when you're able to achieve these things, but also when you know that you've been doing that for years. And let's say that when you're able to do that with your teammates, for example, and these are people who you have built like a journey with as well, it does mean a lot. But at the same time, because it takes so long to achieve those things, it can become mentally draining sometimes or emotionally draining. And I think that's what happens. So technically, like, I'd say debate has become probably one of my biggest sources of happiness, let's say over the past few years. But at the same time, like the most heartbreaking events have also come from debate. But yeah, like you guys I met through debate. My best friends, my girlfriend right now, I met them through debate as well. Um well, obviously I didn't meet my family members through debate, that doesn't make sense. Um but I did also get closer to them. Yeah, because of debate. And I think that's something that debate does. I think it's more of just like people like debate. I think what I noticed about debaters is that they all come from different backgrounds. Like nobody's just a debater. So there are a bunch of theater kids in debate, there are a bunch of mathematicians in debate, a bunch of chess players in debate, and really just like people from very diverse backgrounds. And I think it's just when you see these people in tournaments and then eventually get to socialize with them, because that's another thing that's very unique to the sport. That's a really, really cool thing about it. So yeah, I'd say like it's a really, really big source of happiness for me overall. And I kind of get over like the losses anyway, so yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I love
That's
that
all.
you said, I love that you pointed out that everyone in debate is like a complete person outside of debating too. Because like personally, I was supposed to be a swimmer. Like on the day that I was supposed to try out for the swim team in my high school, because the coach already knew me back then, and the coach was like, "Oh, you should try out. You should try out." So the year that I decided I would try out, that same day, teachers told me to go to their faculty room, and I was like, "Oh no, what is it again?" Because you probably know this, that I was not the most unproblematic child ever, right? So I thought, oh, what is it again? What did I do? Probably did something like I told a science teacher that no, there aren't just three phases of matter. Okay, actually there are at least five, which I did in second grade. So why are you lying, Miss Virgie? Why are you lying to us, Miss
But
Virgie?
when nilaglag yung name.
So I was like, so that day I was called to the faculty room instead of swimming, and then I was in a room full of nerds, and then I was like, why? I can't be in trouble, right? Or is this like some weird new sadistic thing where you go like, let's take the worst people in the school with the best people in the school, and so like as a social experiment. So I was like, is this a
Breakfast
social?
club.
Yeah, is this just like the breakfast club? It turns out I was for debating, because calling calling teachers liars is like how you start debating. Um, and Mina, like you were a theater kid,
No,
right?
no.
Like ballet,
No.
No.
I'm a black belter taekwondo. That's
black
so far.
belter, so far.
Yeah, so I was a black belter in high school before I entered debate. I was competing for WNCAA. I was like second dan, black belter. I was representing the school in different events. I wanted to compete in the Milo Olympics, but I was too old and apparently Bonbon can. So so yeah, I have that experience under my belt. But I guess you are slightly correct. I wasn't a theater kid. But the day I was dragged into the auditorium to audition for debate, I was painting theater sets because I was also like an artist. So I was like art club, taekwondo.
Mina can do so many things.
I was president of the science club for 3 years, and I was allowed like 3 clubs, even if the school only allows you 2 clubs or 1 club, I think. So I was doing that, and then Kitty Albert and Dante, if you know them, they're my best friends in high school and until now. And they were holding auditions, and they just dragged me from my sets, and I lost a shoe because they dragged me like across campus to reach the auditorium. I they never paid me back for the shoe, but I remember like they brought me to the auditorium. Vic Bagilat was there. And then Mikey De Vega was there, and then they started grilling me, asking me weird questions. I didn't know I was there. I was just like, okay,
what happened to my shoe?
what happened to my shoe?
Just another cost of debating.
Yeah, another
Shoe.
cost of debating. My formal shoes were gone. And then later I was made to wait outside, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And then they went out, and I was like, welcome to the debate club. And I was like, yeah, I'm part of a 4th club now. Yeah, and then I was made to just randomly compete. I did PSDC. I did break. I broke an Analano. Well, I won
And you won.
I
you
won
won.
Analano that year. So that was the extent of my high school debating. And then college happened and I started judging. But yeah, in another universe, right? I would be like a black belter doing, maybe I'd be in the Olympics by now. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, so or painting sets with my foot as a taekwondo player. I don't know how I'm gonna merge all my different skills, but yeah,
My special skill is I can fit a lot of marshmallows in my mouth. Like
that is true though.
Mina has said, I look like a hamster. So that we are equally talented here, Nina, I would say. We are just It's like
different
it's like
skills.
just different skill sets, but it's equally valuable
Yeah,
in our
like
society.
second dan, chubby bunny champion. It's the same. Like if there was an Olympics for that, you'd win.
Yeah, so
yeah, so I wanted to ask the rest of the crew, like, what would you be outside of debating? Like, if you didn't go into debate, what alternate universe would exist for you? And I want to hear people in the comments also. Not hear you, but like type it out. Like what?
see you in the chat.
See you in the chat. Like, what would you be if not a debater? Like, where would you have spent your time? So let's start with Jay.
Yeah, so prior to competing every weekend in the debate, I would still compete in any scenario regardless. So in elementary school, I was part of the broadcasting team. We got to regionals and maybe one time I feel like nationals in NSPC. And being there just made me feel alive because I really ignited my competitive spirit. But more than just being competitive in general, what I do enjoy a lot about debating is that I can talk about nerdy stuff like sports as well. And that's probably, sports is probably half of my life as well. At one point, I was a table tennis champion when I was in elementary school. I was a football champion in my high school in Ateneo Dinaga. Shout out to Ateneo Dinaga. You guys have cool fields, man. But yeah, it's being able to do all of those really great things. And the stars quite literally aligned because like immediately after intramurals, I shattered my knee, broke my patella, and tore my ACL because I was because it was after it was after like intramurals or we had like an out of school tournament, I believe, or we were just playing one weekend and the next day we had to wake up. We had to wake up because we had like a PE class, I believe. But prior to PE, we had a 7:30 research class for English. And then we started practicing our dance in the library. But the whole of the early morning, so it's 5 a.m. to like 8 a.m. It was raining. And so one of the panels in the library for the window panes was broken. The water was getting in. And we unfortunately still danced in that area. And if there's a video of this, if you guys want to pay for it in Patreon, I can show you. But I will not I will not publicly shame myself for free. But I literally broke my leg. As soon as like if you guys know the 2019 trend, the song that goes oh na na na. As soon as that beat dropped, I shook my leg, I fell over, my knees was literally reversed. My friends laughed at me, but after 5 minutes of laughing, they actually got like someone from the clinic or the infirmary to take me. So yeah, a lot of those things made me transition easily to debate because as much as walking to debate rooms, like if you guys have ever competed in Ateneo de Manila, you know that Bellarmine is really far. Prior to my injury, I just breezed through all that traffic from Leong Hall going to Bellarmine, for instance. I'd be the first in the room. Yeah, people who get the room first take the room. I don't care if you're OG, we take the room. Okay, like we're more athletic than you. But yeah, it's being able to do all of those things. But right now, it's not like a debate. Just every weekend, I just can sit here, earn money from judging, coaching, or sometimes even like paid partnerships or thing. So being able to do all of those things quite literally made it align. But if the question would be what am I outside of debating? Right now, I'm still rekindling my love for sports. It's being able to work for Clutch Points. Yeah, if you guys don't know that, that's a company. But I also work for Clutch Marketing. So the first Clutch Points is C, the other one is K. The other one is a managerial company, the one that manages people like Chris Paul, LeBron James. So if you want a birthday greeting from all these people, it probably costs you a lot, but I could get you a discount because I work near those companies. So yeah, I'd be probably in sports or journalism or probably be, to some extent, be more athletic than that.
Yeah, so thanks, Jay. Jill, how about you? Because I have a feeling that, because I've known you the longest here, I have a feeling that you always had this idea that like you wanted to be a lawyer or something like that, and like debating is like a stepping stone to being good. So, oh, by the way, earlier, sorry about you, Bigla. Earlier I had a hearing, and I was expecting like debate prepared me for this. Debate prepared me to speak in front of people, and I was like, I couldn't hear myself think. I was so nervous. So debate like helps a little bit, just a little bit, but it doesn't really, like in a much more real sense. It doesn't help. So Jill, um, outside of debate or without debate, what would you have been doing?
Um, well, first I'm gonna address see what is words, but to respond to Kyle, actually, Kyle, it's I didn't actually want to become a law student, or at least I didn't want to go into law school right from the onset. Like there was a period in my life where I also wanted to become an artist. Like I was really into traditional art before I got into digital art, because digital art is so expensive to get into. And then after that, I started to get into really weird science stuff, particularly about nuclear physics, because I was watching a lot of National Geographics. Like there was this one point where I wanted to become a nuclear physicist, and then that dream entirely shattered when someone told me, that has a lot of math in it, and I was like, yeah, I kind of hate math. Never mind. So I was like, okay. Um, but if you were to ask me, who I would have been if debate did not exist, honestly, I have no idea. um while I may not have been in the debate circuit for as long as you two, like you guys have been here like double than what I've been in the debate circuit. Like I've been in debate for 5 years. I have a problem counting years. The debatable team knows that, but like yes. But so I came to the debate circuit literally at 2017, and that was the point in my life where I was like, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know who I personally was. I just knew that a lot of people, it was at that point where a lot of people didn't have any more expectations for me, in the sense that um it's not that they viewed me as the disappointment, but it's not necessarily like people viewed highly of me either. And that was at the point in which I was like angsting over, you know what, I kind of want to prove people wrong. And that's why I was going into things left and right. I wanted to join orgs, I wanted to join like different things, one of which was debate. And honestly, I wouldn't have known, or I wouldn't know where I'd be without like literally a lot of my friends come from debate. Debatable team, like my entire career as an artist also came from debate. A backstory on that for everyone. So I was in high school 2019, and at that point, that was like during senior high school. So like I was angsting over the idea that I was kind of forced into getting into law school, or kind of getting into med school, because my parents didn't want me to become like an artist, because didn't pay well vibes. So you gotta choose something that is quote unquote financially stable. Which, by the way, I say pursue your dreams. If you wanted to make it work, it will work. So sorry for that tangent. And honestly, I didn't, at that point, I was also conditioned to believe that I didn't even deserve to be paid for any of the hobbies that I did, which at the time was art. And Nina and Kyle actually approached me and asked me, like, for their passion project, to make them a podcast cover, which was Debatable's podcast cover that you can see somewhere in the gallery. And it was like, at the time I couldn't even believe that they approached me for a commission, because like I've never done a commission before, or I never even got paid to do art in and of itself. And literally that started my artist career, in the sense that after that, Nina and Kyle would always give me like opportunities to do commissions, or ask me if I could do this, and then they pay me. And honestly, at this point, even if I were to say absent debating, I would be an artist, or absent debating, I'd be like a law school student, or whatever I become, I really cannot imagine myself without debate. Ironically, despite the fact that it's given me such emotional impact, or at least such mental mental scarring. Like debate's like a love-hate relationship. It's so toxic in the sense that you kind of love it, but at the same time it kind of breaks you down. So yeah, so I don't know how to answer the question what I would be without debate, but at the very least, I imagine myself to not be as happy or as secure or be surrounded with such wonderful people without debate. So that's also one of the reasons why I love debating. So that's
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, Jill. I love you. I think artists should be paid for their work. I'm happy that this opened doors for you. Like I think I saw your artwork when you were in high school, and then I wanted to buy one. I remember that, and Kyle and I still have a copy of the
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy you made. Like Kyle brings it to court with him.
Yeah, I brought it. Like it was
Nice.
it was in a folder. And before I left SPCP, y'all's made like a certificate saying like this
Best-
certifies that Kyle Ortega is the best coach ever or something like that. It's still in my folder. I still have it. And like all the things that SPCP people gave me, I put there and I brought the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Jill. I think whether or not you pursue law, you're gonna do great. Like a lot of things just get thrown your way, and you just never know what's gonna happen. Like I'm sure a lot of us didn't expect we'd end up here, being part of a podcast team. Like I never imagined that, but it happens. So who do we ask next? Miko, how about you?
Without debate, I would probably be less emotionally unstable. Just kidding. But like, yeah, debate has brought a lot of heartache. But through those heartaches, you also get a lot of lessons. Before I started debating, I had a lot of like general interests that I wasn't really good in, but I was like relatively talented enough to slightly succeed or thrive, just like enough success to enjoy it. So my last year of junior high school, I managed to bag like an MVP award for volleyball and intrams. I really like playing volleyball. See, I'm a sporty gay. God, I really like volleyball. I still do. I really want to play volleyball again. I like singing and I like writing songs. So I probably would have like pursued something on the side, like maybe like make one song and then like not put it out, just keep it on. Well, I've made many songs for different people, but we're not gonna talk about that part of my life. Um, I also like to write like poetry. My dream course is actually creative writing, which is what I'm planning to take in the near future if I end up transferring to somewhere in the Manila area for further education. I don't know. Yeah, so I might take up creative writing as well. What else? Oh, I love to cook. Like ever since I was young, like my my grandma taught me how to cook, and then my aunts also liked cooking. So ever since I was young, I would just cook my own meals. If I didn't like the ulam, I would just like cook up some hot dog with butter, which with by the way, like you should cook your hot dog with butter, like tender, juicy, and then like just a tablespoon of butter, or even just the dairy cream fake butter, like best buttermilk flavor. Melt it in a pan, fry your hot dogs there. Make sure that it's not too hot so the butter doesn't brown, and then you get the best hot dogs ever. But yeah, I love cooking. I love singing. Um, what else? I love volleyball. So I probably somewhere along those fields, maybe singing while playing volleyball and then cooking snacks for my teammates after, just to combine everything. That's probably where I would be without debate. Oh, without debate, I would still be in Iloilo. Like definitely, I would not have left. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in an alternate world where we would still be continuing debatable, there would be like a spin-off show where it's just Miko cooking. Like we'd have a spin-off show where it's
You just
like,
want to make a YouTube channel where everyone has your own segment.
yeah, that would be so cool. Like sports with Jay and Miko with, and then Charlie
Film.
with film and art and stuff. That'd be super cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
debatable counterfactual. That's a pretty good name for the thing. Like,
Surprise, we're not retiring.
Okay, we changed our minds. So April Fool.
kidding, kidding.
So the next person you'd like to ask is Thea.
Okay. So this is the most surprising answer. But if I were not in debate, I would have probably gone to a nunnery. And the reason for this is because I went to a Catholic school in high school. And the nuns there, the sisters, were honestly pursuing me to enter the RVM, the Religious for Virgin Mary, because I was a Marian from St. Mary's. Tapos, they were all they were very persistent because I was doing the prayers, I was doing announcements, I was running masses and stuff. I was organizing the masses in my school. But at one point I was honestly considering it. Then my school held a competition for debate, and then basically I won it, but it wasn't even a real debate format. It was just giving me a microphone for 7 minutes, and then I would just vomit words, and people just like were so tired of hearing me speak that they just gave me the award. And then afterwards I went to college, just like, I think I could do that, and then I became a debater. But if I was not pursuing the religious of the Virgin Mary side quest, I would either be I would probably be a journalist. So I've competed in like the national competitions like the RSSPC, the NSSPC. So I've reached those levels, and even in college that was my original course before I shifted to speech communication. And I aligned speech communication and rhetoric with debate, but originally I was a journalism student who did a lot of writing and stuff. So that was mine.
Thea, we'd be the same. Like I said swimmer, but another thing is I really wanted to be a priest. The joke. But like I did for real though. For real. I was just talking to Nina about this yesterday.
Which one?
Like in bus rides going back home.
Yeah.
My brother and I would sometimes say like, let's pretend, let's have improv homilies. So like we'd like get the nearest Bible, and we all had Bibles, like because the New American Bible is our, please don't call me Daddy Kyle or even Father Kyle, please. But like we all had our Bible, then we'd flip to like a random page and we just make stuff up. Like, why did God ask Moses to take off his shoes? It's because if you trust the Lord, He will give you new shoes. And like you have to step on like fiery grass, and at the end you will have a new box of shoes. This is the kind of life that God is preparing you for.
Someone could splice this and just take you out of context.
And then when was that? Like 2 days ago, I think. Look, we were watching televangelists like on TV5, and then like it was muted. So I was just like, I was imitating their gestures and stuff. Like they were so passionate, and like I really love it when I watch people being passionate about things that they really like, even if they pretend, even if they just pretend to be passionate about those things. Because like, once upon a time, I was passionate about something. Okay, so the last, but definitely not the least person we'd like to ask is Charlie. Hello.
Hi.
Not a disembodied voice this time.
Yes, welcome.
I'd say like, actually, I remember in my freshman year of high school when I first joined, when I first tried out for debate, I got in, and that was about the same time that we also had to choose for like clubs as a whole, so there are applications to many things. And I had applied for the high school tennis team at the time. And eventually for the whole freshman year of high school, that became like a dilemma of mine. Should I choose tennis or debate? Prior to that, I was the team captain of the junior high school tennis team of MC. So I think I'd probably continue playing tennis, obviously not in the whole COVID situation. But I think like, over probably like the past 4 years, I probably would have continued that. Outside of debating right now though, I probably would have focused on the arts as well. I'm a film student right now. And I do think that a huge part of me wants to focus more on film and somewhat take a break from debate as well. So that will probably factor into it. And oh my god, a lot of the required classes from my course apparently only have schedules on Saturdays. And knowing debate tournaments, they're all on Saturdays. So yeah, like I think that's definitely another thing. Um, I think who I would be if I weren't a debater in general is just someone who doesn't do anything. Like obviously, like other than there's the whole school clubs thing, there's also just like how when you go to debate, you're kind of like forced to interact with people. You somewhat end up finding yourself going to team dinners all the time. I remember the first time I had actually like hung out with people, and this is quite embarrassing to admit, but like the first time I actually like had gone out with friends who like weren't with family and stuff was during a summer training because we had to walk from Estebanabada to Regis, which is I think probably like a 10 or 15 minute walk or so into the Punan. And yeah, that was my first time eating out with friends. And then eventually just like team dinners after that. Until like I got used to it, cause yeah, I don't go out very much usually. And debate changed that. So I think the whole the very very hidden extroverted side of me wouldn't have come out if it weren't for debate, I think. So yeah. Hmm. Ah, before the tennis thing and before debating, I was part of a chess club. I have a bronze medal and a silver medal. Um, and there were like a bunch of chess tournaments too that were somewhat structured like debate tournaments, but obviously like very very different. And yeah, like I probably wouldn't have taken that seriously, but I probably would have done it from time to time. Um, Admittedly, I probably would have started a pro wrestling YouTube channel out of nowhere. I don't know why. But I have tried, and there was a time where at the start of quarantine, I tried doing that. I tried starting a pro wrestling YouTube channel, and the intro to it was inspired by the debatable intro, where instead of the debate timer ding ding, you hear the pro wrestling match ding 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 as the intro. And yeah, that was inspired by the debatable podcast. But yeah, other than that, like I think yeah, there wasn't really like anything unique about it other than the whole pro wrestling thing. I was just like a person participating in clubs and like eventually got into youth orgs, but admittedly like I only ever heard of those youth orgs because of the debaters that started them as well. So yeah, like I think just meeting debaters leads you to so many other directions. And yeah, I don't want to mention other things because I feel like I really wouldn't have gone to those directions without meeting debaters. So yeah.
Yeah, so I love that because the thing about the debate community is there's just so many different kinds of people here. Like I remember when I started out, there's a very prominent debater from UST who started like a pole dancing studio. And now like yeah, it was Kayleen, right? And oh my gosh, they were so amazing. I was constantly amazed. And like I sent like a friend request, and you're like, who am I naman to send a friend request? But they accepted, and then like I got to see the progression of how they started the business and everything. It was so cool. So I think the reason why this is the topic that we chose is we need when we talked about costs in the first part, the whole reason why we want to talk about that is we need to keep continuing to push towards like accessible debating, not just debate accessible debate education, although that's like a very big deal as well, but also just like accessible debate um, competitions, opportunities, stuff like that. And it's a very difficult thing to balance, I realize, because on one hand, like in order for you to be accessible, you need to give things for free or substantially like at a very low cost. But at the same time, as we've said, like there are very huge costs, opportunity costs that are involved with debating, and those things I feel like need to be compensated as well. So I would like to invite everyone in the community to sort of negotiate how we can find that balance in the future. Um, because that's something that we tried to do at Debatable. I'm not sure if we were able to succeed in doing that, but I feel like it should be a continuing negotiation. But also, considering that we all are complete people, and I feel like this is Sonder talking, but we have to absolutely be kinder to one another. I'm more empathetic and try to balance all these different facets of what it means to be a person, what it means to be a debater. Because like that's what debating is all about, right? If it was not about empathizing with all the different facets, all the different intersectionalities that could come with being a complete human person, then what is debating even for? So I feel like that's the reason why this should be the last episode of Debatable, because it is all about this. It's all about being empathetic. It's all about trying to be as accessible and as inclusive as possible so that everyone can learn to be empathetic. Everyone can get the same opportunities, the same heartbreaks, because all of these things contribute into being like who you are today, and like hopefully it can guide you towards being a better person as well.
Yeah. And I don't know what to add to that because I might start crying. So so I want to move now to the next part. And this is I feel like what everyone stayed for. And to be honest, I would stay for this also.
Giveaways.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a lot of our merch. So the story behind this is last year, yeah, I bought a bunch of merch because we were thinking of like setting a little shop. But then insecurity came in, and we don't know if we were good enough to sell merchandise, whether people would buy it. So it just kind of sat in storage until Kyle and I decided might might be retirement time. And now we have so much merch. So Jill is showing the sticker pack. We are repping the hoodies. There are also t-shirts, as you can see behind Thea, and the Beta Bear is wearing. So what we're going to do to make it fair, right? We have a lot of this actually. Thea, were you able to do a total count of how many of each we have? Like, so we have like 2XL, 6XL, 6 large, 6 mediums, like a bunch of these different things, right? And how do we give them away meritocratically? We're gonna make you all fight to the death, basically, using a quiz bee that Jay made. So first prize gets like a hoodie, like the people's first placers get hoodies. Then the next people get shirts, and then the next people after that get pins as well as stickers. So we might combine the pins and stickers because it feels weird to just send out.
Here's a pin.
Here's a pin. Like we're gonna send it all across like a different like region. Might be weird. Jay is advising you all to bring out calculators. So you can see the merch. Jill has a pin. The story behind that pin is funny because I had to like figure out the Pantone color. I had to talk to like some manufacturer.
You had to learn like the industry language for what is like an embedded pin.
I learned a lot about like inventory, the fabric. Oh, this hoodie, by the way, super soft, like super duper soft. Like the inside, premium. Like I love it. The shirts also are super soft. Like obviously, I'm not selling it because I mean like I'm not trying to convince you to buy it anymore. So I'm being honest. Like this is just really comfy, right? So you might
would
want
sleep
it.
in this.
Yeah, you could sleep in this. I plan on just like dying in this tonight. So let's start with the quiz bee. How many questions are there in this quiz bee? Use your real names, please. Like we want you to.
There are 30 questions here. So it spans from A, debatable knowledge. So just anything about the team, their preferences, how many people are in debatable, to specific concepts, whether it be sports, politics, international relations, but it's a test of technical knowledge.
Yeah.
It includes math, some science, I believe, and just other things like social science.
All right. So there are 63 of you. I don't know how many are 63 excluding us. Like the beta team, you don't need to join anymore. Like
we already have them. Okay.
Yeah, please use your real names because we're gonna take a screenshot of the entire list and then we're going to cross-check and find you in the registration, and then we're gonna email you about the prize that you won. So
do we allow profanity?
Yeah, we're streaming to kids also, so no profanity, please. Wait, how many teams are there? So this is a team game, Jay. So are we gonna give merch per team?
I think so because it's AHA slides right there. Yeah.
Yeah, how many
Oh.
people want merch? How many people? Oh, why are there only one team? Others
have
are trying to join.
Hey,
I'll
I
go add the
open
team.
more.
Oh my god, sorry.
Add
Can't
more.
you know?
It says team is full though.
Yeah, add more teams. Oh, lots of people are reacting. That's cool. Let me try to check also.
Okay, how do we do this?
I don't menu. Show backstage maybe? No, they might show the no. Stop sharing first. We might reveal all the questions. Okay, in the meantime, magchikahan muna tayo, friends. So those in the chat, what are you pining for? Like, what merch would you want? Like, are you excited for the hoodie, the pin? Like, some people actually don't want the hoodie because like it's too hot now and they prefer the
Yeah,
pin.
it's really hot. Jesus.
Oh yeah, some people like the pin. The pin, yeah, the pin's pretty popular. We have 92 pins, okay? Like we were expecting 100 plus people. So like I think the chances of everyone here getting a pin is pretty good. Yeah, debatable stickers. We have the small version also, the one. All of these, by the way, are laptop safe, meaning they're waterproof, they're laminated. You can put them on your laptop. Pretty good. Thea, they want to pay for the beta bear. Like, are you willing? No.
You're like, no.
This is a blue magic bear. Get your own. Wherever blue magic is found.
Okay, wait lang. AHA slides. What's our issue with AHA? AHA ha ha. AHA ha ha ha.
I
Someone
don't
wants
know
to
how
pay
to
for
add
burritos.
How do I add teams?
Okay, since it's Chica Minute. Okay, let me talk about my day. So let me talk about my day.
Oh,
I
if
woke
we
up
can
at
sign the
4 in the
stickers. Do you want to
morning.
sign the stickers? Like,
Oh.
no, they're in Thea's place, sadly, so we cannot sign them.
I can teach Thea what
No,
my sign is.
it's different. It's not gonna be the
Yeah,
same.
but I won't tell you that I did it. But I'll do it.
Wala na, sinabi mo na.
Yeah, it's a mystery. It's gonna be a mystery. And then like I used to have a separate signature that is like it's super easy to forge. Like I used to have a separate signature that would be super easy for someone to just copy. So that sometimes I'd be like, hey, I'm running late or I'm cutting class. Could you please sign the attendance sheet for me? Of course, because it's UP and we're all about honor and excellence. Usually they'd be like, no, go to class. So I'd be like, I mean, I guess I made my signature easily forgeable for nothing. But okay, fine. Yeah.
Not sure. Wait, how are we with AHA slides? Like, Jay, give us a status report. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure the people do not mind.
I think while the technical difficulties are in, maybe Jill could share screen for a special presentation.
What is happening?
Okay.
What's happening?
A special
Just
presentation.
a special presentation. That's just what it is.
Very
Sorry, Nina and Kyle. Debate of Beans taking over the podcast for now. Don't worry.
While
hope-
Thea is fixing the issue.
Well, Thea's
Your
fixing.
mic is so good. Sorry.
Thanks. You know, I kind of hate this mic. Like it's so good, then there are times where it's so bad. But anyways, I hope you can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. So just like call my attention if anything happens. But here you go.
Just remember this melody, it goes.
So, for me, Nina and Kyle changed my life just by really being paragons of the debate community. So, I am actually Nina's batchmate in college, but I remember I came from a regional institution and I really looked up to Nina because I always thought that if Nina could be such a great debater and adjudicator at the start of her college career, then I could do anything. And getting to know Kyle and Nina and becoming their friends and getting their advice really helped me become a really great debater and helped me find my place in the debate community. I definitely would not be where I am without Nina and Kyle, and at the same time without both of their friendships, like enriching my life and making it a better place.
Hi, Nina and Kyle. Happy anniversary. Congrats to the amazing 3 years of hosting Debatable. I've known you two since 2017, since the start of my debate career, you two also being my debate parents, having taught me the foundations of debating, giving different life advice that would correct my defeatist and pessimistic mindset. Till now, I still subscribe to a lot of your life advices. For example, Nina's better and stronger than yesterday mindset toward, and when I feel particularly down, I remember Kyle's words of, when you've hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up. So, thanks for literally changing my perspective on things and helping me try to get over, helping me try to get over such pessimistic mindsets. From being the first two people that believed that I deserved to be paid for my art, for taking a chance on my high school self and trusting me to make the cover for your passion project. Thank you for never giving up on a debate kid like me when I myself have constantly done so. Thank you for telling me that you'd never be disappointed in me, or at least disappointed in me when I broke down back in PSDC 2019. Thank you for all the times where we just discussed One Piece and different One Piece series and who our favorite Straw Hats and characters were. Thank you for asking me to be part of the debatable team and for letting me meet and befriend such amazing individuals like Miko, Thea, Jay, and Charlie. Thank you for rooting for me and my art career, for being my biggest supporters, and for all the opportunities when it came to art and design and generally just in debate. Thank you for telling me that you were proud of me when even I couldn't be proud of myself. And thank you for believing in the me that I never thought I could be. That's a lot of thank yous, but I don't really know how else to express just how much you've impacted my life, not just as a debater, but generally as a person. You two taught me what it was like to speak my mind and that it was okay to ramble and nerd out about the most obscure or niche things. You two taught me what it was like to feel supported and loved, never doubted, and you two both just generally made me feel so secured and comforted with myself, especially in times where debate competitions can get so mentally and emotionally taxing. So thank you for always being there for me. And I want you to know that I am forever rooting for you both, whether that's in debate, Kyle in law school, your relationship, or your overall happiness. I'll always be there cheering you both on. I'm so happy that both of you got together, that the two of you made debatable, that you are both now moving on to the next chapter of your lives. And I hope that all the good that you've given, not just to me, but to the rest of the debate community, bounces back to you both, because you deserve it and so much more. Thank you, Nina and Kyle. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for everything that we've done. And I'm wishing you both all the best in the next chapter of your lives and wherever the wind takes you.
Okay. Hi, Nina and Kyle. So the way that you changed my life is you gave me a group where I could be myself, but more importantly, you gave me a place where I can be comfortable and be proud of myself. Ever since I joined Debatable, I've always been told that I am worthy of all the things that I was able to achieve. And for the longest time, I wasn't able to feel that because of circumstances. So I'm really thankful that I was able to be a part of this team. And I'm still part of this team. Like, we're still gonna be friends. We're all gonna be friends after Debatable ends. We're all gonna have fun adventures together and, like, go out maybe after this pandemic or when things are a bit like freer. But I'm really happy that I have you guys and I have this group of people in my life because you have become a significant part of who I am today. You made me realize that I am a person who is worthy of being accepted and being treated right from my experiences and from the advice that both Nina and Kyle give me and gave me in the past. I'm really happy that I met the both of you. I'm really happy that I joined Debatable, and I'm really happy that we're friends and we're there for each other even in the most difficult of times. Charlene. But yeah, I'm really thankful that I have you guys, and it's sad that Debatable has to come to an end, but everyone in the group knows that we've all given our everything for this project and for the projects that we've had and the initiatives that we've had in the past. And while things might not have gone our way, I know that in the future, when there is a possibility and when there are opportunities for us to be together and to work together as a group, I know that we're still going to deliver on our promise of providing accessible debate education to everyone, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from. I'm really happy that I'm part of this group, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Happy anniversary, Nina and Kyle. Love you.
Hi, Nina and Kyle. First of all, I think congratulations are in place. Not because you guys are having your anniversary, but also congrats on that. But also because it's been a long 3 years of a passion project where you guys didn't earn money. And it's just purely pro bono, purely just love for the debate community, and purely just investment so that everybody in the Philippine debate community and the international debate community could grow. I met you guys both specifically just on a debate context. I met Kyle in 2017 in a UPDS spar prior to PSDC. I met Nina when she gave me a really high speaker score in Fast Forward 2018. And more than both of those things, I feel like I truly met Nina and Kyle when I started sharing the same passion with them, being able to give back to the community, making sure that everybody gets staggering amounts of information, data, and like just all the material so you could succeed in debate. More than being able to help me in a debate setting, I feel like both of you guys have helped me in my professional life and more specifically my personal life, where I've struggled quite a bit, and you guys have given me a bunch of advice. I've learned a thing or two from both of you. For Nina, it's be able to wake up at 6 a.m., get your reps in, be able to get in that Sigma grind set, write your daily affirmations workout. For Kyle, it's to preface that some things aren't legal advice so that you won't get sued. And more than that, to be able to give back to the community as much without necessarily being able to be faced by criticism despite that. Ironically, this is what happened to debate. Uh, but I'm not just the only person you've touched in your lives. And I guess it's time for me to call for reinforcements on your left.
Hi, Nina and Kyle. Surprise on the video, and congratulations, I think, are the first thing I want to say. Given that even if it's Debatable's last episode, I think reaching it to 105, I think, and managing it for 3 years is still an amazing feat. Despite it going off air, I know there'll be more projects for both of you in the future and bigger and better things. And it's not all a sad occasion given that it's your anniversary, so congratulations to the both of you. I hope your relationship stays healthy and better than all the rest. Definitely, Debatable will be missed. I think while not everyone might have the capacity or the ability to understand what it takes to put 3 years of your life into a passion project like this, of bringing accessible
debate to everyone. I think everyone, at the very least, will still feel its loss and its impact, especially to those who it helped a lot. So, sorry that it's gone, but congrats on your relationship. Hopefully the next video I send is already for your wedding. Bye!
Hi, Nina and Kyle. First and foremost, I'm really saddened to hear that Debatable is running its last episode this week. I was really shocked when I first heard about the news, but I'm really thankful to have had the opportunity to work with you guys in many tournaments, brainstorming and preparing the motions and so on and so forth. And really working as a motion contributor in one of your tournaments last year. It was really an honor. This year rather. It was really an honor. And for the two of you, I wish nothing but the best. I know I share the same sentiment of the entire Philippine debate community, that we are really grateful and thankful for your many efforts in reaching out and making those amazing videos that really help a lot of people. And I wish the best for the both of you in your next endeavors and next plans in your careers, and of course in your debate plans moving forward. So thank you and good luck to both of you.
Hey Nina and Kyle and the rest of the Debatable family. I honestly think that it's debatable whether or not you should stop Debatable, and the debate continues. I will debate against you, and I'd love to persuade you to continue Debatable. You know, I'm just really sad because Debatable helped me a lot as a person who does debate and coach debate for a living. I never run out of things to teach because I can just always learn from the masters on Spotify and then gain insights. So I found your content useful. I'm sure a lot of people like me and people who are younger also found a lot of value in the generosity that you share with other people in terms of knowledge in debate. So I'd like to acknowledge you for fighting for the access of people.
Hey Nina, hey Kyle. I hope you're having a wonderful anniversary. So I've been asked to talk about Debatable, what it was and what it meant to me. And it's difficult for me to do this because as a fan and one-time contributor to your podcast, I can safely say that it was a true phenomenon in Philippine debating. It's a rare thing to have a free, accessible, high-quality source of debate education in our country, with a focus on avoiding elitism and promoting love for debating as a whole and a love for learning as a whole. That's something rare in our circuit, and you guys made it and provided it. It'll be a while before we see the likes of it again. So it saddens me to see it go. However, knowing the passion and drive you had for this project and the intensity and verve you had in carrying it out, I know that if you reach this decision of finally laying it to rest, then it's probably for the good of the podcast and for the good of you both as a partnership as well. So, for now, on to better things. And I have no doubt that you two will have many better things ahead of you both. Hopefully, the debate community as a whole will not see the last of the wonderful partnership and contributions you've made to it. Thank you. I hope to see you guys again.
Hi Nina, hi Kyle. So maybe this matters to say that I've pretty much known Nina and Kyle for over 5 years now. I've been judging random tournaments here and there back at senior high, and I'm happy to say that Nina and Kyle are one of the most kindest, nicest people that I met in the community, especially in the years 2017, where everyone is quite vicious towards one another when it comes to debating, and people are really out to get each other before the whole friendly atmosphere during recent years. So it was heartwarming and as well as it was a nice environment to be in when I'm judging their room because they're willing to learn and they really launch a bunch of good ideas whenever they're debating. Especially Kyle. Like Kyle runs really fun arguments that it's really fun. It's nice to listen to with all the orthodox argumentations that that I personally heard back in that time. So hearing about the launch of debate was very interesting back at 2019 because up until that point I haven't really heard much about a Filipino-based debate education that is purely free and online. Most of the debate contents that I absorbed during that time were either Western based or just random debate rounds that I found on YouTube. So I think it being Filipino based and it being more accessible compared to those things and definitely having better sound quality as opposed to a lot of the YouTube videos online was very helpful for of a lot of debaters that are trying to learn what debating is and as well as for debaters that are from far-flung areas. And personally, on my end, while I was coaching USCSHS and as well as TDC, I did heavily recommend Debatable alongside other contents when it comes to people who wanted to learn debate. And more than that, the reason why I also recommended Debatable is because these are actual people that they can meet in debate tournaments. These are debate people that they could feel excited to, they can look forward to meeting in real life, and as well as asking for personal comments probably when they go to these tournaments. And that has happened a couple times. One of the most notable ones that I remember was back at, I think it was LIV's 2018. I can't really tell. When a lot of the UST SHS debaters walked up to Nina. Nina's story told about her experiences in debating, why people should not be scared. And all of the UST SHS kids were listening attentively and then were very interested about the story that Nina told. And I think Nina and Kyle are really good storytellers. And that's something that I personally had experiences with as I stay in the community for a long time. So hearing about the retirement from Debatable definitely is heartbreaking because we're talking about maybe future contents that are no longer going to be talked about. Maybe there are other debate topics and the debate meta is gradually changing. And these are things that Nina and Cal and the rest of the Debatable team could efficiently teach or provide their insights on towards the entire debate community. So it's really sad that it comes to an end now after 3 years. But for Nina and Kyle, the message that I can say, at least on my end, is that the UST debate community has been very grateful and towards all your efforts that you've done to not only UST, not only to the Philippine debate community, but I'm pretty sure as well a lot of international debaters are listening attentively towards your podcast. And I'm sure UST, alongside all these people who has listened to you guys for the past 3 years, will continue to support you to whether this is going to be another joint adventure in the future, or if you guys are individually going to do your own thing in terms of debate content. And yeah, thank you, Nina and Kyle, and I hope for the best for you guys in the future.
So, hi, Miss Nina and Kyle. Happy anniversary. I hope that you guys had fun this last weekend, and wherever you are, keep safe still. It's still COVID going on, and much more for the months to come and anniversaries for you too. I've heard about Debatable, and although I'm kind of sad that it's ending, it's bittersweet, especially when it existed back when around the same time I started debate, so I kind of grew up on listening the podcasts, and you two have been my first coaches. So even after you've left SPCP, it's as if you never left. The lessons there were not only like lessons that I've learned and made me be a better debater, but they're also nostalgic, especially of all the times that you guys were in SPCP. And even after you've left, you've always kept tabs with us kids. And I'll always be grateful for that. So I know that this is not the end, of course. There will be a lot of projects to come, and I know that you, Miss Nina and Kyle, will go places. I'm pretty sure it will be. If
today and your 3 years of running the podcast would serve would serve what you guys could do. And I hope that wherever you go, you'll end up having fun with there and be fulfilled the same way as you would have felt when you guys were running the podcast. You've done a lot for the debate community, and I'm grateful. And I feel like a lot of people are grateful for that. I hope that I hope that you guys the best wherever you go, and I'll always support you as a kid, and SPCP debate will as well. So yeah, happy anniversary, and I hope that you were able to enjoy the debatable, and will still be in your next projects to come. Bye.
Okay, we're stopping it here because because there is another segment that we should also get into. But don't worry, we'll continue this later on. Love you, Nina and Kyle.
Bye.
How did it have 700?
There's like a couple people just like heart.
Can we join dun kaya? Like, I want to see how I will fail my own quiz.
Yeah, you guys don't know the answers. Only me and Tayo know the answers, unless you guys can join.
Slides.com. Is everyone here na ba?
We can wait for 63
Okay,
people.
everyone. Oh, we reached 1K hearts.
Wow.
Let's
go.
I'm trying to
BBTL.
access.
No options to join anything, para.
Wala daw.
Tayo,
No options to join anything. Oh, I don't even have it. Oh, because I put a space like an idiot.
Yeah, I think
And
you need
also,
yeah.
you did a backslash rather than a forward slash.
Oh, it should be a forward slash?
Yeah. Ay, after that, laugh react. Sorry, yung mga 5 laugh reacts ako yun.
Okay. I'm gonna enter myself. Nawala yung team 1 stuff. Ano nangyayari, friends? I can change my avatar?
This is so cool.
I'm gonna make it. I think we should pick mics, Kyle.
Mics?
Yeah, mics. For good old times. The podcast mic. Yeah. No, you're still a poop.
Also, again, I'd remind everyone to use a calculator, have a pen, and some scratch paper.
You all should just forfeit that question. Like, let us rebel against Jay's math.
Jay's not joking. He actually did put that question.
Yeah, it's like
insane.
This ballot.
No, I think we should probably. How many people have joined already? I don't think we can wait for everyone. Like well, let's assume not everyone's gonna join it. You know. Jay,
Okay.
you're muted.
It says
Yeah, I think we need to share screen. Or is the game open? Yeah.
Wow.
August, let us go.
Oh, okay. Time to join.
Just randomly pick your team. I'm trying to disable it, but it won't let me disable the team function. So I guess buddy up, or if you are not a team player, choose one for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you know?
We're not gonna make you divide the hoodie like child support, you know. We're gonna give you like an individual hoodie.
Child support.
Team scoring here is the fastest answer. So if you answer first, you get more points, and the more points you get, the higher you are on the leaderboard, which we will display after every question. So good luck,
Okay, we have
everyone.
42 players. We're waiting for 20 more. Let's give them like a minute or two. Yeah, 1 minute.
Just a few seconds to negotiate and bargain.
Yeah.
Maybe pray to a higher being if you.
I don't get it. How do I join a team?
You just
I got get ready to play. The question will start soon.
We're not in the. I think it's color coded. So I'm in like the pink team, and you're in the purple ones.
Pink teams here. There are 3 pink teams. So I
And
guess it's Hunger Games. I don't know how to pick a team.
Okay.
Surprise na lang if you're with Nina and Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that adds more drama. So we have 51 people here. So okay, I'll give you guys a 15-second count for the rest of you to join.
Oh, there's some people in the waiting room.
Okay, so last 10 seconds to join the game before I start the quiz. Who's gonna read the questions? You guys want to read the questions?
I can read the questions.
Yes,
So
okay.
just-
Thank you, Jay. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Best of luck,
Oh.
everybody. The quiz
No.
now. Okay, question number 1.
Which debatable tournament was created first? Debatable Open, Debatable InterVarsity, Magiting Cup, Debatable Debate Championship. 20 seconds.
Debates.
Debates a ball.
Ay, nako, mali spelling ng isa.
Last 10 seconds. That's chaos.
Wrong?
5,
Oh my
4,
God.
3,
Wait a
2, 1. Let's see the results.
The correct
Ooh.
answer is actually
Somebody answered Debatable Debate Championship. Unfortunately, we've never done that tournament ever.
Unfortunately, what even is that?
Did you see?
Then we got Eating Cup, Debatable in the Varsity. Those came later. The correct answer, and congrats to the 21 people, is Debatable.
Okay. There's no leaderboard. Okay. Ranking.
Ling is at first with Kyle. G Kyle.
Okay, okay.
Oh no, teams siya. Okay, great.
Okay, great. Oh my God, we have
Lane Sherby, Enzo, and Chris. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Damn. I'm failing my own quiz, guys.
What is Kyle's catchphrase? Is it actually, Nina? Insert fact here. Men are trash. One thing I know for sure, it's that daddy dogs don't bark at little pups.
One thing I know for sure.
You have to
And
say
the last one is, this is not legal advice.
One thing I know
We
for
have 10
sure.
seconds
Daddy
remaining.
dogs don't bark at little pups.
8,
And
5,
now we have
4, 3,
but only
2,
20 likes.
1. Let's see the results. Oh, 12 people got it wrong, but congrats to the 36 people. Got it right. Let's see the leaderboard.
I think that says a lot.
Oh no. I think I prefer to think of it as like I like facts.
Oh, Kyle got bounced. Nina's at 1. Ling is at 2. Jarrell is at 3. Aline Sherby is at 3. And Ken Troy Balendres is at 5.
Because I answered daddy dogs don't like barking at little pups.
You want that to be your catchphrase.
In Debatable, who is our most frequent guest? So who has appeared in the most episodes as one person? Is it Hes Casusola, Nico Bombeo, Justin Gutla, or Charlie Beaton?
Obviously I'm not gonna win prizes, right? But I'm competitive.
Yeah, you're not.
It's just like for the bragging, like
I won my own quiz bee.
the quiz is about me and I know me.
I know me, you know?
Last 10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is Miko Bombeo.
Yeah, Miko did, I think, like 5. I think Miko did like representation in debate for Pride Month. Their post-debate analysis on the collective unconscious. They did research for us in the Rainbow Capitalism one. They contributed in the, I think it's like episode 99 and episode 100. That was our favorite 2021 debate motions and Meet the Debate the Beans. Charlie also did like pro wrestling, the PDA about
So 40
anti-art.
Yeah.
So yun rin, our favorite 2021 debate motions and Meet the Debate the Beans. Yeah, dami.
Dami na yan.
Nina's at 1. Can somebody beat Nina, please? All but one of the following motions are prepped in the case drinking episode. Which motion was not prepped? This house would ban Zeus. This house would ban Zeus the god. This house would ban the sus. This house would ban Dr. Seuss, the author. That's a mouthful to read. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is this house would ban Amogus, or this house would ban the sus.
Sus.
Wait.
Saucy talaga siya.
No, we
Wait.
didn't. Back.
The answer was wrong.
The answer's wrong, Jay.
Oh no.
Teo made the quiz.
Ano daw yung tama?
The correct answer that was Zeus. We did prep Zeus, like the rhymer. It's this house with band the sauce that we didn't prep.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the answer wrong.
Sorry. You guys
Okay.
can against me.
We're gonna add.
We
We're
will.
gonna disregard that one.
Yeah, we
and
will
100
disregard
points
that
to all
later.
of your scores.
I'm now fourth place. This is unacceptable.
Okay. We can continue the quiz. Oh, sorry.
But do we have to restart? Oh.
Question 7. What debate and speech-related company brought together most of the debatable crew? Is it Dialogy, Outspoken Philippines, Learning Leaders, or Mobile Matter? Dialogy, Outspoken, LL.
I don't know why I'm competing. Like, just.
No, because like we didn't know like most of these.
I don't know most of these.
One.
There's a
Right. Outspoken Philippines, yeah. Nina, me, Migo, Thea, and Kyle for a while.
I appreciate the inclusion of mobile
And
man.
Charlie.
Love you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Jill taking the lead. Dang.
Jill's at the top.
Wow, there's so many people. That's fine.
Okay. Next question. Question 8.
Okay.
Debatable has had some weird topics. Which did we not do? The philosophy of dreaming, the ethics of being a superhero, climate change denial is a religion.
You're not even sure.
Santa.
We did some weird shit.
I'm not even sure. Like, I don't remember some of these, you know? You know how, like, some people get interviewed for things they've done in the past, like mga artists.
Like
Fred, the
Fred.
YouTuber. Like, he doesn't remember most of what he's done.
Yeah, but we didn't do the philosophy of dreaming. So Nina, if you feel that.
I mean, we did have a episode related to climate change and how it's been, like, turned into a religion and stuff, but not necessarily that title. You know?
Yeah, that's not the title.
Yeah. So, like, maybe that's why people got confused.
Solipsism is you are the only thing that exists and everything else is a zombie. Time is an infinite loop with no beginning and an end. Everything in the universe is made up of water. Or the hunter-gatherer way of life to agriculture made social divides. So the last part of that. Stratification rather, yeah. Time's up.
May matter din pala to.
I just want to
Ooh,
say
interesting.
These are all real things.
All real concepts.
Like, so the first one is solipsism. Everything else is a philosophical zombie, which is something that acts like it exists, but it does not have consciousness of its own. The second one is the loop theory of the universe, which I think Einstein also believed in. It's the idea that we started from like a big bang and then we will end with a big crunch, but the big crunch is just the beginning of a new big bang. The third one is a pre-Socratic idea from Thales or Thales, depending on how you pronounce the name. He did think that everything in the universe is made up of water. And the last thing I think is called anarcho-primitivism, which says that all of the problems that we have today is because we shifted from a hunter-gatherer way of life to an agriculturalist society, and that created like economic and social inequality and social stratification. And they say that we should return back to the tradition of hunter-gatherer societies. But like I personally disagree with this because I wrote a paper before about how gender roles, even the really, really oppressive ones, started as soon as the hunter-gatherer societies were created. So yun lang.
Yes, Nina is still in the lead. Oh, we got Benji Jacob at second, Jill's at third, Jack, and number 5 is Yesh. Julio.
Oh.
Okay, we're 1/3 of the way through. Who was the first guest on Debatable? Justin Guda on adjudication, Ferdinand Sanchez on sports, Nathan Austria and Bianca Lacaba on the 2019 elections, or Kitty Albert on media. This was episode 5. My favorite
Very soon,
episode.
no? We had a guest very soon.
Like episode 5, you're just like, we're out of ideas already.
Yeah, and then we
Let's
got.
get a guest.
How did we get to
Ooh.
105?
That's tough. Only 12 people got it right. My favorite episode is Ferdinand Sanchez on sports. Justin Guda came later. Nathan Austria and Bianca came later as well. Nina's at the top. Yes, she's at second. Sheesh. Third is Kyle. Fourth is Ben Jacob. Fifth is Gabi Padralanan. Sorry for that. Okay, next question.
It's like announcing the top 10 or something, you know?
Yeah. Nina's favorite motion theme is Philippine politics, international relations, feminism, or philosophy. Which among the four?
What it could be? Ito ba yung nagka-three-parter ako? Two-parter ba?
Two-parter lang.
Two-parter lang. You had a two-parter also, didn't you?
On religion. And Nina wasn't
I
there.
had a two-parter on religion. I thought I just had like one
Or
very
maybe
long
it was like
episode.
one really long episode, I think. And then I had a two-parter.
Okay, a lot of people got it right. It is international relations. Nina loves
I
that
actually
high
thought it
bar.
would be economics for a bit.
Econ, like that's the theme I'm least skilled at. That's the theme Kyle is most skilled at, but I don't know if it's your favorite. It's not your favorite. Like if you had to choose between philo or religion, which would it be?
I don't know. Like it might be a question, so I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay, yeah. It might be a question coming up. We don't know. I don't know. 3 points for everyone, right?
Question 12 is, and when did Nina and Kyle first team up and for what tournament? Is it NDC 2015?
It's so niche though.
I like it 2014. Benilde InterVarsity 2015 or PIDC 2015.
We did talk about this before.
Oh, we did. We talked about it.
You
a
got-
bunch of
yeah.
times. Like you gotta be like super fan to know this, right?
And only super fans get merch. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thumbs
So
up.
Paul said Nina, Kyle, and IR and Econ. Yeah. Yeah. So the story here was Kyle and I, we had a friend crush on the same girl, and then Kyle and I obviously didn't like each other, but we liked this girl, and then we agreed to team up. But mostly we were after the ability to team up with this other person, and then Kyle and I along the way were like, hey, we're pretty good teammates. Let's do that again. That was the story. Like we weren't even after each other's teammateship, but someone brought us together. So there's the beauty
That's
of that.
very endearing. That's a story you should tell in your
Jay is like
wedding.
so dead.
Right. Next question. 13. We're nearly halfway there. Which professional athlete
my
is
God.
greatly regarded
No
as the
way.
greatest winner of all time?
No way.
It's a North American athlete, by the way. So Bill Russell, Usain Bolt, Tom Brady, Miko Bombeo as an MVP in volleyball. You know?
Why is there a black? Can it be like
Maybe it's not
that?
there. Maybe it's not there. Greatest winner of all time.
Yes, I got it right. I guess.
Russell with 11 NBA championships in the 1960s.
I guess.
Nina's at the top, Kyle's at second, Enzo's at third, Gabby is at
Nina and Kyle forever. Like, debatable with Nina and Kyle for sure.
What is the 11th song in Debatable's hype playlist? Is it Humble by Kendrick Lamar, Hallelujah by Panic at the Disco, Edamame by Baby No Money featuring Rich Brian, or Glorious by Macklemore?
Opening Spotify right now. Freaking. The 11th
No,
song.
I mean, at this point, right, everyone gets merch because there's only like 49 of you in this quiz, I think.
Ooh.
It's just a matter of like figuring out who gets what. So,
Be humble.
It is Be Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
that's wrong.
I got it wrong, and I think I also want to put it there. I think I also want to put humble in the playlist.
Did we shuffle
Right.
it? Sometimes?
We're halfway there. All except one of the Debate Beans is currently affiliated to a Philippine university. Who's the outlier? So is it Charlie, Miko, me, or Thea?
Just pressing a bunch of emojis. Can you imagine if
I'll give some more likes.
I'm giving more love?
Coolio. It is me from Purdue right now. 10 to Charlie and 5 to Thea. Nina's at the top, Enzo's at second, Kaz at third, Benji Jacob is 4, Gabi Pagulanan is 5.
Stepping on people in my own quiz, but
I mean, like,
all of these
I know.
debates are in healthy, loving relationships, except one. Who is that sad person? Me, Nico Bombeo, Charlie Bitog, or Thea Medrillero.
Actually, kanina pa siya nagpaparinig sa chat eh, so, diba?
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this really quick.
It is indeed Miko Bombeo.
Like by a landslide.
By a
I'm
landslide.
gonna take this opportunity to advertise myself. I'm a really good cook. I sing. I'm emotionally stable now. Please date me.
So the leaderboard hasn't changed. Still the same top 5.
Ooh.
17. Debuting in Disney Plus this year, which controversial superhero had Marvel alter the superhero origins to? Is it Moon Knight, America Chavez, Miss Marvel, or the Tabtastic Thea?
Fantastic day. I would watch that, you know, like I feel like it's just another adventure inside the code, and then Thea travels inside the code
Like,
and tries to find the
during-
bug. Your enemy is like bugs and hacks and stuff.
I know.
So a lot of people got it right. It is Miss Marvel. She now has Green Lantern-like powers rather than Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just Thea being angry at everyone who's delaying stuff. Paul's right. Like that's the event.
In the XU and DC finals, from what anime was Kyle doing hand signs of instead of prepping and listening to the debate? Was it One Piece, Boku no Hero Academia, Naruto, or Dragon Ball Super?
That was okay. First of all, that was in the beginning, and also, opening Gov was doing it too.
Well,
like we were doing it at each other.
Well, that person was PM, so after their speech, right, they're basically free to do whatever hand signs they want. You are DPM,
and like it wasn't even sorry, A's. They just did a Rasengan, like not even like where were the hand signs? I had to do a Chidori, and I don't even like Sasuke.
Oh, okay.
I still
And so
feel bad
at
about
second,
it.
Kyle falls to third, Jack is at fourth, and Paul is at 5.
Yes. Oops.
Question 19. In the XU and DC Open Final, Nina was given 2 pieces of paper that determined their side. She picked OO with 1 paper. What side was the other paper?
Chair of the final.
Chair of the final. Oh, I guess that means I'm chair now.
I mean, there was a few tournaments where I went in and then
It
I
is
was
closing opposition.
I
Nina
was there to observe. I was there to observe, and then suddenly they're like, "Oh, can you chair the finals?" So I was like, here we go again."
Right, Nina's at the top and Kat's at second.
Let's
2/3
go.
of the way there. The lyrical masterpiece known as Material Girl, released in 2020. Who's the artist that sang it? Was it Kellis, Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, or Saucy Santana? Material Girl.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I know the song. I know the song. Material Girl. Na, 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 na. Material Girl. Na, na. Yes, I
It
guess
is Saucy
right.
Santana. It's not Kellis. It's not Doja Cat. It's not Nicki.
What feels top secret, Lorenzo? Enzo? The song or the being chair of the final?
No, I think it's like the paper.
Yeah, I feel like that's top secret.
No,
I feel like you
because
just
there were
guessed.
only 2 papers left.
Yeah.
Right? So Nina
Oh.
and I were thinking what were we thinking? Let's get closing up. And then we were trusting like Nina, I trust you, trust your feelings.
I don't know if you guys want that merch.
We will get closing up. And then
Jay's fault.
Like you just
I don't
guessed,
even
man.
know what this means.
Do you even have time to calculator this?
Oh, 10 people got it right, so it is negative 3.
I just picked the first option. That was my strategy.
Foil method. Let's go.
I hate you.
Nina's on the top.
What was
Nina got
that?
it right.
Paul got it right. Nice one.
Let's go, Paul.
What even is this?
I'm sorry
Uh,
again.
For a polynomial p of x, the value of p of 3 is negative 2. Which of the following must be true about p of x? X equals 5 is a factor of p of x. X minus 2 is a factor of p of x.
Why
X
is
plus
there
2
math?
is a factor of p of x. The remainder
I
of
bet
p
you
of
just
x
ran out of
divided
questions
by
at this point.
They're just like, we need to get it to 30.
Like we are debaters, not in STEM. I mean, some
14
debaters.
people got it right.
How the?
So this is just the biggest guess, though. The
Okay,
fact that it's
so
all-
what even is this? What is happening right now? Like, what? How do people get this?
I'm still on top.
Nina's still on top, so
I guess wrong though. I guess wrong. So I'm. This is like my previous answers saving my butt. Please do not be math. Please do not be
in
math.
the
Okay.
19th of March, Kyle posted a story, that's supposed to be a story, of him showing off a chicken wrap. Which character's voice was he imitating? Is it Big Bird,
Now you need to be
Elmo,
Facebook
Hopper, or Monkey D. Luffy?
Now you have to be Facebook friends with Kyle. Damn.
2, 1. It is Elmo.
Yay.
Kyle, can you do a Big Bird? Can you do a Big Bird? Can you do a Big Bird?
No, I've been trying though. One of the big reasons why I can't do it is I'm scared of birds. So
Same, Kyle. Same. Nina's still at the top.
Birds. I thought you hated birds, Jay.
I do hate birds. Like big birds.
earlier at the courthouse, I saw pigeons and like I could not get in.
Okay, question. Most of these WUDC debaters have won the world championship and the title of world's best speaker. Who didn't, however, win worlds? Is it Shang Wu Li from Oxford, Tin Pulic from Zagreb, Bo Zero from Harvard, or Li Chenwei from Oxford?
If I'm right about this, okay.
Ooh, a lot of people thought Chin didn't win, but it's unfortunately Shang Wu Li in that 2010 Koch Worlds final. Kyle, would you do the honors of saying the spiel?
They make it a wasteland and they call it peace. Wow. But I know that Shangwu was like the best speaker of that final, if I'm not mistaken. And best speaker of the world at the time.
Yeah. Prior to making debatable, which institution did Nina and Cal coach? Sacred Heart Academy Pasig, Assumption College San Lorenzo, Immaculate Conception Academy, or St. Paul College Pasig?
Shakala, I'm so scared. I used to be so scared of Ika, Immaculate Conception. I was so scared of them.
Yeah, they wear all black in tournaments. Like,
Yeah.
what's up with that?
Like,
Is
I
there
heard-
are there any econs here? Do you still wear black in tournaments? Like, I don't know if they're econs.
I heard it
watching.
was like because we're going to your funeral. Like, I was like, oh man, they're going to our funeral.
But it is SPCP, Nina's at top, Enzo, Kyle, Paul, Gabby, still the same people. 26, 4 more questions. Let us go. What cake does Kyle enjoy the most?
This is
Carrot
so
cake,
random.
pound cake, black forest cake, or mango cheesecake?
This is so random, man. What is a pound cake? This is like a weight thing.
I don't know. I just searched up cakes on Google.
In olden times, the way to make a pound cake is to use 1 pound of everything. So a pound of flour, a pound of eggs, a pound of butter, etc. But
You
now,
had pound cake, Nico, in the questions.
oh no, I put Black Forest.
Okay, it is black forest cake. Is that right, Kyle?
Yes,
Okay.
that's my favorite one.
We had it for our anniversary. I
Okay.
mean, the other anniversary, you know. not-
Nina, Kyle, second, Enzo, Gabby, Nico. Nico, why are you here? And Paul at 6.
I mean, why are Kyle and I here? You know.
Fair enough. Nina had plans to stream games on Twitch late last year. She bought headphones that resemble the ears of which animal? So the dog. I don't know why I put fish.
Plans to do that.
Fish.
Aren't monkey ears just human ears?
No, aren't monkey ears like?
Have ears?
Monkey ears are like.
I don't know, man, but if you answer fish, that's pretty sus. It is. Nina does have cat hair.
Fish
That's
ears.
all.
Like imagine, like it's just gills.
Yeah. Nina's at first.
My friends who aren't debaters are here and they're also doing the quiz. Hi guys. I don't know where you are in this.
Scene.
Jeez, I think Mer is in this quiz. Hi Mer.
28 out of 30. The following are degrees of the debate beans and their names. Which one is incorrect? Kyle to economics, Nina to international relations, Charlie to film, Miko to psychology. Which one is wrong?
Oh, Aggie, you're here also. I don't know who's here. Hi Aggie. Who's here?
Yeah, Mer is here
Orca's
because
here.
Gibam.
Oh,
my
wow,
God.
you know their names.
It is Nina. Kyle did study economics.
Mer
Nina
is also
did
here.
study.
Hi Mer. You're just searching.
Nina, what is your degree?
My degree is I'm a pol sci major. So kind of close. I did specialize in international relations, but UP does not offer undergrad international relations. They only offer that as a master's.
I love the answers in the chat. There were literal answers just saying pol sci. They
Oh,
knew.
nice. That's kind of y'all know too much about me.
Coolio.
2 more questions. I wonder what they are. Is there more math?
29 out of 30.
Please,
What?
no more math.
No, there's no more math. The debate beans plus Nina and Kyle are composed of how many people? 6, 5, 7, or 8.
It's just like
Start counting
I
your
mean, like, you
screens.
would just look at you just count, guys. You just count.
You know, this is also math.
Yeah, I remember. So people know I'm pol sci because of Marina's rebuttal to me.
about eminent domain. Yun
Yeah,
ba?
yeah. They're like,
You're
you
a
should know
pol sci
this. You're a
major.
pol sci major. Yeah.
Oh, it is 7. You're
Ah.
7. Last question is, I think Theo made this question.
Oh my gosh. If it's not. Okay. What is it?
Last question. What are the colors of the debate? Jesus fucking Christ.
I wonder what it is, you know?
I don't know.
Wonder.
You know, we may have color blind.
That's true.
That's why they listen on the
Someone
podcast.
counted Nina and Kyle as one.
Nina Caluso, that's amazing.
It is black and yellow. Everybody got it right. Let us see.
Wait. Why is it black and yellow? It's only black. The background is not part of the logo.
No,
Jill's about to blow this thing wide open.
Jill, no.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
announce
So
that.
I need a screenshot of all of these people. Let me just. I'll screenshot every single one, and then we'll determine what you get.
Yay!
Hey,
Congrats.
Second
to-
place
Let's
pa.
start with
Okay.
Enzo. Enzo broke inside the debate of beans.
Woo! Woo!
Beat Miko. Next is Gabby Padelanan, Yesh, Paul, Jack, Vince Ubilia, Ben Jacob.
I mean, what's gonna happen likely is because there's so few of you. Do we have 50 hoodies, Thea, or less than 50 now?
I mean, I could just lift my laptop and show everybody, but I'd approximate not like yellow and black combined, probably around 50.
Let's see.
Can. But like the sizes though might
No, there's
differ.
like a way I think to like see. Yeah, the sizes will differ, but we don't. It's fine. There's like 21 left. There is. There's 99 hoodies. We have 99 hoodies.
We got 99 hoodies.
Wait lah, that makes no sense.
99 hoodies.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
counting.
we have
it
90.
yet.
We have 99 hoodies. That's
So
a lot.
there was no point to this game.
No, yeah, apparently all of you get hoodies.
You get a hoodie. You get a hoodie. You're all getting hoodies.
Wait, I don't think we have 99 hoodies. Wait, give me a sec.
Wait, that makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So like,
party.
how did we have 99 hoodies?
No, but
Party,
I think
party.
we have more than 50. Because I think we ordered 50 of each.
Yeah, I think you ordered 50 of each. Those bales are big. It took Miko and I to carry one bale.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
yeah, we are. No, we want to be Oprah, not Kuya Willie.
It's you get a hoodie, not dooby dooby dub dub.
But I am counting, and if this night, wait, this makes no sense. Or we just, I'm not good at math, guys. I'm not good at math.
In the name of food,
Mali ba yung
everybody taking a
total
board
ko?
to my
I'm not
house.
sure.
No, I am not. I'm like doing the Excel thing where you just drag and then it shows you the sum of everything, and it's 99.
Huh? Where?
Ah, no, because these are not just hoodies, they're shirts also. So hoodies
Yeah.
are mali tayo.
So
Sorry.
these are 47.
Hoodies are 47, and then shirts are
This is just 47 hoodies.
52. Okay, so everyone gets a hoodie or a shirt, yeah?
Yeah, that's a lot of things too.
Nilabas talaga dito yung laptop. Yeah, that's the merch. There's a bunch of them. There's different bags.
I missed that hallway. Hello, old
For
hallway.
context, Nico and Thea used to live together.
I mean, you still do. In
There
a
are
different
51
place.
people in the game. There are only
51 minus 2. So 49. Yeah, sucks.
I mean, I could give up a hoodie.
Also, fun fact, Bolo filmed his video last night in my house. So he was
nice.
also wearing a debatable hoodie.
Oh yeah, -7 from the Debatabines.
Sucks, yeah.
Yeah, we have like enough.
And Bolo, so 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, amazing.
Yeah, everyone can get a
You'll get a hoodie.
Or
You're so funny. I'm
Or a
getting
shirt.
villains
hoodie
for
or a
people to
shirt.
solve the equation in the quiz.
Well, that was not for nothing because we all learned something valuable about ourselves and each other. Charot.
Amen.
No, I hope you had fun with the quiz though. We're sorry that, like I hope it made it fun and competitive anyway. So like I'm happy everyone gets a prize. We'll try to distribute like pins and stickers fairly. So the ranking will come into effect in terms of what kind of merch you get. And then shipping time will kind of depend. And I want to try to shoulder the cost of shipping, but I feel like that might be too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was hoping like you'd be okay. It sounds so bad, but we really don't have money, guys. Yeah, so we're hoping like you can help shoulder the cost of the shipping. We're gonna try to find ways to make the shipping cheap.
Or if you guys are available in the Metro Manila, Bulacan area, I am at the edge of Metro Manila and Bulacan in Quezon City. I am available to do meetups and I am Kalad Karen, so hit me up.
Or
Yeah.
we could all do Lenny rallies together and Thea could go there and we could give out the debatable merch.
I'm not bringing all the debatable merch to a Lenny rally. They're going to block me and going to call me like a terrorist or something, or a peddler. I don't know which one first.
Yeah,
Wait,
so we're
wait.
gonna figure that out, right? So we don't have the logistics covered yet, but I swear, if I was able to sell stickers before, we can do it again, right? So we'll figure that out. Anyway, so that's done with that segment. Thank you so much for joining us for the quiz bee. Thank you to our quiz masters for having control of that. I think Jill still has a presentation to give, and I don't want to end this without finishing the video. So
well, for context, the video is like really long. Like
It's an hour long. It's nearly an hour long.
Seriously, an hour long?
It's not. It's almost there. Like if you want, it's the same way. Like it's technicalities. Like Thea thinks that.
Can you 2 times speed it?
We can do like a 1-5 speed for
We
it.
invited key motion contributors and people who have supported Debatable in the past. So there are a variety of videos from people who have been
Amazing.
and Kyle, but also people who have contributed to the podcast itself. So there's a lot of thoughts there.
Okay,
Oh no.
Yeah.
here we go.
Hi Nina and Kyle! So I just wanted to hop on and give a video greeting since it's your guys' anniversary. Happy anniversary! But also because it's the last episode of Debatable, which makes me a little bit sad. So I just really can't imagine my debate journey continuing on without Debatable. Debatable has been such a big part of my pre-tourney preparations. Like I remember during PSTC, I would like download a bunch of it and listen to it on the way to Ateneo, or before NDC I would be listening to it and how to like effectively be a certain speaker, because I think what I found personally unique was, one, it was from people that I knew, which was always fun to listen to. Two, it's from Filipino debaters, so it you know, you guys understand the circuit and you guys have been around for a while and so, you know, you guys could give a perspective that I don't think I would have been able to get from like international lectures, because you guys understand like the nuances and the importance of certain aspects of debate, and we're able to highlight that there. And so things like the structures of how to debate, I was able to get that there, and I don't think I would have been the debater I am today without it. And I think it has made it more accessible to a lot of people, especially me. I refer to it whenever some of like the LaSalle debate kids ask me about it. I always say like Debatable was my way to go when I just like didn't understand certain stuff. And I think you were able to give that access to a lot of different people who, for example, didn't have coaches, or people who like are just trying out debate and figuring out if they still like it or not. And so even if it is bittersweet that it is the last one, I hope you guys are proud of yourselves for the impact that you have had in the debate community. And I think that is something really worth being proud of, because I really don't think I would have been the debater today I am today if it weren't for you guys. And that being said, I'm really happy that it is also your anniversary. Again, happy anniversary. You guys have been there since my literal first tryout in debate, and it is probably something that I will treasure forever. Like Kyle was reading his law book, Nina was like, you can join, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know. And I think I have found a lot of guidance in you guys in terms of like both debate, but like both life advice too, whenever we ask you in like the Jill, Guda, GC. And so I hope you guys are going to continue being happy forever. And I hope you know that we're all supporting you. Like if you ever need anything at all, the SPCB kids are here for you. So we love you lots. Stay safe, stay happy. I wish you guys great days, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Hi Kyle, happy anniversary and congrats on your last episode of Debatable. I hope you guys know that when I first joined debate, it was really scary entering a new environment where a lot of people seemed to like know each other already, and I didn't really know whether I fit in or not. But you guys made me feel like I did, and you made me feel like there was a place for me in debate, and I will literally never forget that feeling. So thank you for that. And I also just want to say that thank you for everything you've done for the debate community, and thank you for Debatable in the first place. Like nobody asked you to make it, but it's done so much more than you probably could have ever hoped for, and it's helped so much people, and I hope you just don't forget that. Thank you also for being such great role models. You two are one of the nicest, smartest, kindest people I know, and I hope you know just how much your presence and how much your personalities have impacted us. You make us, well, you make me want to be a better person. And whether you can believe it or not, I think that you guys really made good teachers, and you really made us feel like learning was fun again. So thank you. Thank you so much for Debatable, and for being such great coaches, and for being such heartwarming people. I wish literally nothing but the best for you guys in whatever projects or whatever passions you guys choose to pursue next.
Hi Nina and Kyle, I just wanted to say happy anniversary and thank you for all the years of Debatable now that it's your last episode. You guys by far have been some of the best debate teachers I've ever had. you guided me right from my first year in debate 5 years ago all the way up to now, being incredible mentors all the way. You taught me that outside of trophies and awards, the process of learning and improving alongside other people, of becoming better than yesterday, is often reward enough. Thank you for that. I'll always appreciate it. And I honestly, that's like dogs. I honestly feel quite sad about Debatable leaving the air. But more than that, I'm just immensely grateful for the time and the effort you guys gave to putting like free debate education for all. We have still have like 100 episodes of your old catalog ready for anyone to enjoy and learn from. I remember listening actually to your to your episode on religion years ago back in 2019, and being so happy I could send someone a link to it, that it wasn't just this interesting discussion that we had in the four walls of the FFL room, but something I could give to people even who weren't debaters to learn from. And I won't kid myself, debate education is still unfairly distributed, but you guys made such valuable strides towards making it more equal. So I wish you luck on whatever you choose to do in the future, be it debate or be it not. Thank you once again for being my coaches and for just being incredible contributors to the debate community. Rooting for you always.
Hi Nina, hi Kyle. I am Yashua, and I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for the entire Philippine debate community. As someone living in the province, I try to find as much sources as I can about debate, and so your podcast really helped me a lot, especially when I was still starting out. I started supporting Debatable when I was in grade 9, and now I'm already in grade 12, and I still listen to Debatable as much as I can. I haven't been able to religiously watch or listen to each episode, but the episode that really struck me the most was the episode about social movements. So every time there's a motion or debate about social movement, I will always open my notebook, and then I listed everything said there, liberating limits or internalized oppression and stuff like that. As much as I am sad that Debatable is already leaving the air, I know that you have your valid reasons, and so just know that even if Debatable is already stopping, I will still continue to support you guys. Lastly, happy anniversary! You guys are a power couple, a really cool dynamic duo. It was always fun listening to the podcast with the start of Nina and Kyle. I think that's really iconic. And I've also watched you guys in NTC 2019, and you guys are amazing. I watched it on YouTube. And so yeah, I'm wishing you all the best and stay strong. Bye.
Hi Nina and Kyle. So I think I don't want to waste too much of your time, because although you guys barely know me outside of debate and the ties that our Insti has with Kyle's brother, by the way, hi Kuya Carl if you're watching this, I do want to say that, first of all, congratulations for the 3 years with Debatable, with everything that you were able to do, all the episodes that you were able to put up, the tournaments that you guys were able to set up and be involved in, and the different types of people that you were able to meet through the podcast as well. It really impacted me as a beginner debater before just discovering the podcast, and me being very, very eager to improve. You guys really provided a very easy avenue for that. But not gonna lie, I obviously, like a lot of people, feel really sad about the news that this is all ending, especially after reading the tweets as to why this happened, and also everything that Kyle said in the Debatable Open server. But that's what it is. I do think that in light of that, I find solace in the fact that the best things really do come to an end, and you guys were definitely the best. I know there are so many debate initiatives in the world, and in the Philippines no less, but you guys were literally there. You guys were constantly engaging with the community. You guys were really, really funny, and it's really, really smart, and just incredible at breaking down complex theories, complex frameworks for us newbie debaters, for people who don't have the resources to do so. It just felt like debate became more tangible to us. It felt like debate, wasn't exclusive to the people who already had alumni, already had tons and tons of experience and all these other resources. I want to say to Nina and Kyle, I hope you guys enjoy your anniversary. You two are absolutely adorable and incredible at the same time, both in the podcast and in the rounds that I was able to see you guys in and even judge you in. So you only deserve a celebration that matches your collective and individual awesomeness. But I've definitely set this in the reg form for the final episode for Debatable, but I'll just say it again. As someone who comes from an insti with no coach, no available alumni to train us, and extremely limited resources all around, like, your platform was the main source of matter loading for me and my kids. You helped us branch out into different initiatives and like different sources of matter and open the floodgates to even newer ones here in the Philippines. Like now different DevSocs all around the country have their own like podcasts. Other initiatives like Mobile Matter, Outspoken, and MetaSpeak all decided to join in the fray. So while it's true that you never started any of this, I think it's safe to say that you guys were just hands down the strongest and most welcoming of its kind. And I owe so much of my own personal debate career to you guys, and by extension the kids that I was able to train, because you helped build these foundations for all of us, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I will definitely miss the podcast, but I'm really happy that you guys are branching out, that you guys are doing what's best for you individually, because you've given so much to us, so you deserve as much love as you're going to give yourself. So thank you so much, and just best of luck in future endeavors.
Hi, I'm Rach, and if you're asking me how I feel about Debatable leaving the air, I'm definitely sad, like, no joke. I just think that Debatable has extremely changed the landscape of debating in the Philippines. It used to be just limited to Manila, all the quality resources, and it was very hard to kind of access it outside of training grounds. But now, through Debatable, quality debate education is just a click away. It's in front of us, it's in our pockets, it's all of those things. It can be all around us. And I think Debatable definitely paved the way for how debate education in the Philippines is like now, especially considering the pandemic. It definitely paved the way for remote learning to thrive and just be effective as a whole, through its communities and even its tournaments, which were very much fashioned towards learning. I'm definitely grateful for Debatable for making all of these things happen and for just changing the way that we look at debate. I think that what Debatable has done is a necessary step that is very much nuanced to the things that we need in Filipino debating, and I'm very glad that Debatable was there to make that all happen. And to Nina and Kyle, even now as you stop producing Debatable, I think that the one thing that I would want you guys to know is that you have done well, and you always intend well, which are things that are just so admirable. And I think these will just never leave you, and they'll be with you even with the other endeavors that you engage yourselves into. I think that, whether you feel bad or not about all that's happening, you have to be proud of what you've done, and that the positive impact that you brought upon the community is way larger than any issue that people might use to bring you down. You know the truth for yourself, and I think just being faithful to that is enough, no matter what other options that you might take. I definitely wish the best for you guys, moving forward in your lives, and just know that you guys are amazing people, and I definitely cannot wait to talk with you guys again when the time arises. I love you guys, and I know it is a pretty drastic new chapter that we are going to look forward to, both in your lives and in the Filipino debating world, but it's something that I believe we should just embrace with happiness, with joy, with pride at this point.
So hello, good evening. My name is Althea Lajo, and I'm just gonna make this small yet short message to Debatable, since they've really helped me a lot in the debate community, and I don't know how else I'm going to say it, but I'm really gonna miss them since they have their reasons for leaving, the podcast. But first of all, since they're leaving the podcast or leaving the air, I don't know how to deal with it anymore, because every time there's an upcoming debate tournament, ang unang pupuntahan ko is yung Debatable. And now that they're leaving the air, it's I'm sad, because Debatable really helped me, in forming my debate speeches, in listening to specific topics that I didn't know were really relevant in the first place. And the way they discuss these topics or issues in general, it really helped me become more interested in different themes of debate, different topics of debate that I thought I would never be interested in. But because of Debatable, it really opened doors for me to explore more in the debate community, because it's really an awesome community. That's why I'm so thankful for Debatable, for all the blessings they've given me, for all the advice and the lessons. So Debatable, I know they're going to be leaving the air, but I know they're going off to do greater things in life. So I hope for them the best. My message to Nina and Kyle as a couple, since their anniversary is coming up, is that I hope you guys grow together as persons whenever you're going to go or wherever you're going to go in the future. I know that you guys are going to have fruitful blessings. I'm praying that you guys become successful and remain successful, because you guys deserve every bit of appreciation, sincerity, all these good things in your life. And you've helped so much of us throughout the past months of growing in debate, or you've helped people like me throughout the past months in debate. And all I can say is that thank you above all, and you guys are an amazing couple, a power couple that helps the debate community grow. And there's nothing more really to say than you deserve everything. You deserve the love, the appreciation, the sincerity, and I hope you guys really, really appreciate one another, because I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. And then my last message, or the thing that I would like to say to Debatable, what is it? I don't know. There's a lot of things to say to Debatable, or how has Debatable really helped the debate community in general, right? Debatable really impacted other open access debate education initiatives in the Philippines. And how did they impact? Girl, the amount of students like me who've got into debate, and Debatable is an amazing place where you can really learn about new topics. And they're one of the greatest podcasts in terms of debate for me, in which you can learn new topics, in which they can help you understand different topics. And not only that, their podcast is so interesting. They're really they're your teachers who are really cool and fun, and they really help you a lot in learning. And it's damn, they're so great, they're so awesome. And I hope, Debatable, you guys remain cool, you guys remain amazing as always. And there's nothing more to say really. You guys really impacted my life, and I'm hoping that other people were impacted the same, in which we were blessed to have you guys, and we're still blessed to have you guys. You really helped us in growing into debate and loving debate in many ways. And I'll never forget my first Debatable tournament. It was in the year 2021, I think. Yeah, it's my first ever Debatable tournament, and I never get a single thing. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. You guys are amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day, and peace out. I'm gonna miss you, Debatable. Thanks.
Hi Nina, hi Kyle. I'm Tiffany, and this is my cat Hong Pao, and I just want to thank you guys for what you do within the community. And I know you guys had so many juniors and you've taught so many people, but I'm one of the people who doesn't know you personally, but I've learned so much from you guys. It's really sad and heartbreaking that Debatable is ending, and seeing the podcast, I'm sorry for the noise, that's my cat, and seeing the podcast filming its last episode, on Debatable's anniversary, nonetheless, it's just really sad for me. It's really emotional because I've grown attached to the podcast and to your voices and to like hearing the banter and the jokes and everything and the good vibes with the podcast. It's just all you can ask for. And happy anniversary to you guys as a couple. Like when you guys announced that it was your anniversary in the Debatable tournament server this year, it was like so cute, like sana all. It's amazing what you guys do for each other, because like just seeing a sneak peek of it, of your relationship in the podcast is so cute. Anyway, I'm not to linger on that, but as someone who comes from an institute with absolutely no funding for the debate team, you guys have done wonders, because we grew up with one mentor for like 14, 15 juniors, and the mentor themselves, although they were amazing, they didn't have as much experience as you say, as like a coach or something like that. And we didn't have the resources and funds to learn through joining tournaments and interacting with other people. And so when we were brought Debatable podcast, it was one of the best things, because we were able to like get past a lot of issues, like feeling like we're at a standstill and feeling like we couldn't improve. The podcast was able to help with that. And that being said, if it weren't for the podcast, and it weren't for Nina and Kyle specifically, I don't think I would be teaching juniors myself. Because like, if debate dinos like you guys are able to still have the passion to share the information of this debate sport with everybody, I think it's really inspiring, and I want to do the same, and I want to be able to give back to the community, essentially, just like you guys did. Again, I've been rambling, but thank you so much. And I really hope you guys are happy and satisfied with wherever you are in life, debate-wise.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, there are more videos, but that is where we will end today. Oh, are you okay, Nina, Kyle?
No, we were just like,
How do we end this?
how do we end this? That was a lot. Honestly, like when we started this, ever since we started, actually, we're like, yeah, we're expecting like 10, 20 people to listen to this. And I kanina, Nina and I were like, we severely underestimated how many people listen to us. And I don't know. I feel like we've always had some sort of like imposter syndrome where like why would anyone choose to listen to us? So just the idea that we have affected so many people's lives and debate careers, well, that means a lot to us, because it's not something that we ever expected. Like we did this because we thought that we could do some good. We didn't expect that it would do this much. So
Are you gonna cry?
no, shut up. Yeah, because this podcast means like really truly a lot to me. I edit a lot of these episodes. Nina also edits a lot of these episodes. Um, we've spent hundreds of hours like writing, recording, editing these episodes for people that like we didn't know if people were going to listen to it. Um I guess it's like we had these frustrations about not being able to do enough for the community, so we were shouting into the void, trying to say that if you're willing to listen, we're willing to help. So the fact that we were apparently able to help so many people is just it's quite overwhelming, and I couldn't be more grateful and happy about everything that we've done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry. So yeah, like I didn't know our effect. I guess it's hard to gauge when you're just screaming into the void. Like we see our numbers, and then it's hard to fathom numbers, like what is 100 people, what is 500, and then we just see it grow and grow, and now I think we're at 15,000 or more than. And when Kyle and I record, we're just in this room, with no one to talk to but ourselves, and sometimes we are not confident in what we do. Um, yeah, I remember conceptualizing this podcast ever since. I made a tweet about it back in 2017, 2016, that someone should make a podcast where they just prep together. And then I realized, if no one's gonna do it, I should. And then I'm happy I found Kyle who was willing to do that with me. And I'm happy to see it grow into what it is now. I didn't expect it to grow into what it is now. Um, you've all made it possible, right? Like the fact that you're here at 12 a.m. with us is something I can't fathom. I'm having a hard time just thinking about all the people that listen to us while they're jogging. Some listen while they're in the shower.
Yeah, I remember someone said like, I listened to you this morning in the shower, and I was like,
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, and this is a big part of my life, and I'm sad it's over. And I'm just relieved also that we were able to help out some people. And I just want to keep this. I mean, I wanted to keep this going, but it's really hard to. So I don't know, maybe we'll be back one day. Not soon though, because we're busy with stuff and all that. And I'm crying. But yeah, thank you. We wouldn't be here without any of you. We could make as many episodes, but if no one was listening, then nothing would come from it. So thank you for supporting our podcast, our initiatives, our tournaments, or both paid and free. Thanks for supporting our pubs. Thanks for giving everyone the opportunities that they have to work with us and to, grow debate into what it is now. So I hope that even with the podcast gone, you guys make your own projects, like if you've learned something, pass it on, because that's the root of what Karen and I do. Like we don't just make things out of thin air. We've learned from everyone, everything, and we want to pass it on. And we hope that that energy stays with you. So,
yeah,
that's it, I guess, for this
Yeah.
episode of Debatable. One last time. Yeah, we won't see you next time. Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you, guys.
I'll end the call already. See y'all. Good night.
Bye, everybody.